it's 27 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Brackless. Tonight, Isaac Rankin's revelation. The Crow opens up on that homophobic remark and how he almost quit the game. See a man unleash a stabbing attack in Adelaide South. SA's outback awash with flash flooding. A major rail line cut off. A stunning ceremony brings the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics to an end. And the Super Boost coming your way. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 Now.
Streaming live via the FIVEAA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is FIVEAA, always Adelaide. Adelaide's only local sports show, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
Coming up, it's AFL Captain's Day. Port Adelaide's Connor Rosie to join us, along with Sydney skipper Callum Mills. Former umpire Dean Margetts is on the show, and we discuss the 36ers, Reds, and the close of the Winter Olympics. With your calls, get involved.
Rowey and Timmy G. The FIVEAA Sports Show.
And a big thank you, Sammy. Yeah, first AFL trial matches have been completed. So if you're a ruckman who's not 210 centimetres or he can't jump, you're done. Put a fork in it. We're going to talk about that, Timmy. Next Thursday is opening round. Next Thursday, Sydney play Carlton. Can you believe that? Crows in 20 days, Port in 21. Both off to Perth this weekend. No more injuries, please, for all AFL clubs. I've had enough of it. It's a simple wish. Let's get there. Round one flying. Timmy G, welcome.
Hello, Stephen. Yes, I hope you had a great weekend.
Injuries. Not bad.
I'm with you.
Had my granddaughter's first birthday on Saturday.
Oh, wow.
That was beautiful. Little Rosie.
Yeah,
I've worked out that she's got an overbite.
Oh, right, okay. So you're
Does that matter?
Picking on her already?
She's only
why?
one.
She's one, mate.
Oh. And her number 3 and 4 toe on her right foot is joined together.
She
might
that's
need
called
a
webbing. That's called
yeah,
webbing.
she's got one of them. So we think she's going to be a good swimmer.
Well,
Oh,
yes.
no. I've got 2 web feet. No good swimmer.
No.
Not true.
So have you got toes joined together?
Yep. Both
yeah,
feet.
it's quite common.
Yeah,
So
it's common.
which toes?
Middle ones.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always sort of
It is.
toe 2 and 3.
Oh,
normally.
you buckled wheel.
I
It
am a
looks
buckled
awkward,
wheel.
doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Can we take them off and put them on our Facebook?
Absolutely not.
Because I want to have a
No,
good
no
laugh
one
at
wants
you.
it.
So you got a big nose and your web feet.
I could probably make money off
could.
my feet, to be honest.
You know what? Do you know what the fringe is on?
Sorry, this is really
I
not
could
going
cop
where it
this
needs
from
to go.
Brad Pitt.
They have.
I'm not copping
Timmy, they have tents and circuses for people like you. No, fair call. No, Timmy, no,
Well,
fair
happy
call.
birthday to Rosie.
Well, but you took me there. Well, no, cute as a butt. Where everyone's sitting at home or in your car, where does time go? It's just flies, doesn't it?
The older you get, the quicker it goes, they say.
They say that.
and
I
that's
reckon,
because it's the percentage of your life.
yeah, but I think you wish your life away. I'm always looking
Sometimes-
forward to. You just got to stay in the now.
Correct. And enjoy that moment.
Let's stay in the
without
now.
judging people's looks.
No.
Even your 1-year-old
Well,
granddaughter. Leave old Webby
Blame
alone.
me.
Yeah.
Leave Webby alone.
An overbite's not good. Cute smile, Webby. Got a new name.
Oh, no.
Smiles now, Webby. Well, you didn't have to go there.
I was trying to prove your point.
So is that why you've never worn thongs?
I wear them all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you're not embarrassed by it?
Probably more than both of you blokes.
Why don't you get some scissors and just go nip?
Oh, no thanks.
That's nasty.
No, let's
That
not
is
do that.
nasty. Let's move on.
Let's talk about the footy.
Listen, we called the game, Timmy, while you hosted the Adelaide Reds 4-0. We'll get to that. Sitting
good win.
equal third on the ladder. We were hosted by Port, Crows v Port.
Albany?
Let's call it a pre-season showdown. Didn't reach any dizzy heights, but we got to see a bit. And I think Port have had it's not a little tweak, it's a massive tweak as to the way they play.
Yeah, and we knew that prior, having been to the briefing at Albany and knowing that what they're trying to do, and you could see that they're trying to do that. I think the encouraging thing for me, just in summary, was I didn't go to my travel agent and book anything for September. So that was a good, encouraging sign, I reckon.
Actually, that is a point. For
Much
those
better,
that don't
12 months
know,
on.
this game last year, the way they played at Mount Barker,
didn't like the look
Timmy
of it.
went straight home to Andrew and they booked their European holiday.
Yeah. Now
for
this
finals.
one was completely different. I
this-
actually like what they're trying to do. And
let's call it Brisbane Mark 3 because Crows are Brisbane Mark 2. So explain what they're doing.
So they're holding onto the football more. They're going more by
foot. Hit the 45, and switching lanes.
And they're trying to get into a position where they can go into 50 with a bit more efficiency. Now, there was still a lot of errors made and the like, and they know it's work in progress, and we can see that. But I like the fact of what we're trying to do rather than what we were trying to do this time last year.
Yeah,
so that's the encouraging sign. Run it by hand and
speed of ball movement.
And it looked, it turned over way too much, and I don't think we can afford that.
Then it went straight over your head. You didn't quite have the mechanism behind the ball to defend it. The other big thing for me to come out of the game. So I think you're going to cough and splutter a bit until you get your best 25.
Yeah,
I think we said it in the sport room. I think your best 25 is going to be able to mix it.
And that
injuries are going to crawl, as they do every time.
Yeah. Am I doing my assessment now?
Sorry, you do it now.
Well, what I'd like to say is my assessment last week actually sort of came to fruition Friday night.
It did.
I said we lack depth across the board in games played, not in talent, but in games played. So, and just to give you an example of that, Vicentini, 14 games. Lorenz, who played a lot in the middle, 8 games. Whitlock, 4 games. But still was impressive.
I like
so. I think that's just a few examples of what I was trying to get at in my assessment last week, and I sort of saw that. So I thought it was a trial where we trialled things. We trialled Vicentini as first ruck. We tried Lord as forward and ruck relief. We tried Will Brodie in the middle as the first touch player instead of Wines. Logan Evans on a wing, which I actually really liked. Jacob Ware impressed on the other wing. Richard's role, really good. Willem Drew, geez, I love him. So I thought those were sort of highlights for Port, but I thought there was a gap between the two. And I thought Adelaide sort of held Port at arm's length.
You won the second half.
Most of it. Won the second half technically, but I thought the actual end score flattered us a little bit. Most of the day we were 5 or 6 down.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
About 5 or 6 down. I just thought in the third we lacked a bit of pressure on that going in. I thought that you can't give Adelaide, who's one of the best forward lines around, as much easy entry.
God, how efficient are they?
They looked like they were feasting a little bit there in the third term. But I would expect this week they'll bring Radaglia back, maybe even Zerk Thatcher. I think Jordan Sweet will come back, and maybe Zach Butters. Not sure about Mitch Georgiades, whether they go with that. But all of those, I reckon, they want to get that last game into. Horn Francis, not sure about that foot. Scans come up okay. If he's okay, maybe he plays.
I had a couple contests and, I couldn't really figure out what happened. I didn't know if I got stepped on or, what kind of happened there, but I just had a couple contests and then I got up and started running and just felt it a little bit in my foot. So, just took the precautionary approach and just went off and told the docs.
Yeah, that was smart. Jason Horn-Francis, thanks to 7. But I just think we've got to get as much game time into him as possible. He's missed a lot of pre-season, so he needs a base to be built up. But like I think you mentioned, if he can play 80% forward, 20 on the ball, that's probably not a bad thing either. So I think the method still works. We can see it's but it's a better method than I think what we started with last year. So I would say I didn't call Phil Hoffman travel, so it was a bloody good sign.
Yeah, not a double thumbs up, but a thumbs up.
It's a
work to do.
Yeah, it felt like,
and you'll get there.
It felt like that.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at it going, we need to probably win another 5 games on top of what we did last year to be a serious finals contender.
Yep.
The method, I think, and no more injuries or the like, or no symptom. Yeah, it should be around the mark.
You might cough and sputter a bit, but you'll get it right. I think you're right. Crows have had another pre-season to hone what I call their game plan. We called it all last year, Brisbane Lions Mark 2. That's the chip, the mark, the change the lanes, cautious with the ball. When they can go fast, they do. When they don't have to, they can maintain it, which is great. 7 first-choice players out, the calibre of Rankin, Curtin and Keane. Massive outs. For me, that's a terrific thing. Here's standing coach Murray Davis.
Happy, good to get through. Clean bill of health, that's always important in these trial games. So, that was one of the things you always hope for as a coaching group. So that was good. Good to have a look at a few different things. We were able to expose a few first gamers, if you like, albeit it's not in the home and away season, but that was good as well. And, just trial guys in different positions and have a look at a few things. So overall, very happy.
So I think this time of year it's more about individuals. The attention's on the individuals in different roles, and Port certainly did that. Crows were a bit the same, more so than strategy or letting too much out. As long as you're playing the game plan that you want. Lockie McAndrew in ruck didn't disappoint. I think he gets another crack. He will against Fremantle this week. I'd like to keep looking at Toby Murray as that second ruck forward option. There's something about him. He moves well when in there. And the reason that is it left Riley Thilthorpe forward. Now, if you can leave Riley Thilthorpe forward, God, he ended up with 6, didn't he, Sam? Five. And just looks so threatening. I mean, if he can stay sound and not ruck, but does the ruck work in the forward half instead of Tex, that's a weapon. And then he went into the midfield, and I think they're going to use him in there because every time he went in there, Timmy, every time he went in there, he won it. I really like the two talls. There was a lot of times it was two talls with 4 hybrids. When I say hybrids, Archie, mid-size ones that can rotate there through Rankin, and when you get Rochelle up and about will be exactly the same, which meant Dawson could rest up forward. It just gave them a different look. Every time it went in a 50, they looked threatening. So I'm not saying that Tex is out, but I like the two forwards, whether it's Fogg and Thilthorpe or Walker and Thilthorpe. Remember, you got 25 players now. You've got an extra on the bench, so it's how they're going to use that, whether it's the ruckman or whatnot.
On the bench, yeah.
That's exactly right. Charlie Edwards, like the look of him. Cook on a wing, like the look of him. Taylor Ford, they're persisting with him. He played the last 5 or 6 games last year. They really liked his ball use. Bonded half-back. Supposes their list a little bit. As I said all along, if they can stay injury-free and that doesn't cruel them as it can do with teams, they're up to their eyeballs for a top 4. 100%. And I think you'd agree with that. They've got a good list. They have got a list that can do well. Have your say. What was your assessment if you went there? 8223 0000. Spoke in the opening about ruckman. Maxi Gawn is an 8-time All-Australian. In the last 10 years, the clear best ruckman. And he's the clear best ruckman because he can get around the ground, boundary throw in, ball up, centre square. He can use his body. He's just so shrewd, so strong. He's got good height, and his touch off ruckman's hand as a craft is outstanding. But he's not 210 centimetres, and he's also not a jumper. So can he or will he be obsolete? Have a listen to Max himself.
I mean, they are what they are now, so I was probably the guinea pig that a lot of people have watched in State of Origin, and then these practice games have started coming in. I also think the rules gone a bit too far at times, but park that because it's happened. I've now got to learn how to do it the best, and I'm enjoying that. It's like I'm a first-year player schooling up on how to ruck again.
And he's right. Rolly O'Brien will be in that class, Sean Darcy as well. Both of them are best of Ferris players.
He's 208 centimetres, though, Max. So he does have a bit of an advantage. I think with age, though, now, that leap might have just deserted him.
But see, whether you're that height or not, you've got to be able to run at the contest in the centre bounce. You can't just stand there and just get picked off like Nathan McAndrew didn't get one in the Ghoulies. Lions went and got Sam Draper, 205, who's a jumper, which the Crows were trying desperately to get, which makes you think, did they have a sight? Did all the clubs have a sight on the ruck rule change? Because this is massive. You name another rule that's affected a position or a player as much as this is
when they changed it last time about coming across the line.
That's what I mean. They would have had to have had a side on it. But anyway, have your say about that. We're going to speak to the umpire. What's his name? Dean Margetts. Which will be interesting in itself. The AFL Captain's Day today at Marvel Stadium. All 18 club leaders, they've gathered. They take photos. They all mill around, pretend to like each other, fill out a couple of questionnaires. We've got a couple of captains on today to talk about that. So it got me thinking, because I thought, God, a captain's so important in an AFL team. Who's your favourite captain ever? Doesn't have to be the captain of your team. Who's your favourite captain ever? Now, I've always said I was lucky I had T.I., Macca and Bone, all champions. But, God, I love Choco Williams.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, look, I did. When you're young and you're watching the winners and he was the leader of Collingwood.
That's right.
Oh, God, I loved how he led.
Yeah. You actually said you liked to sort of model your game on him, didn't you?
Well, no, I did. He was by far my favourite player.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, he wasn't super skilled, nor was I. Wasn't super quick, nor was I. But he was just tenacious. He's a far better player than me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I was as good as him, but yeah, I did. I loved his tenacity, and I thought that if you could do that, if you were limited in other areas, you'll get a game.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him.
Mine's a bit more modern, and it certainly wasn't a person at my footy club, because I don't want to pick out any Port captain in the past because they're Royal champions, but I would. Mine was Joel Selwood.
You've always said that.
I thought he was the epitome of a captain in that he always played well. That's number one. When you're captain, first and foremost, play well. Yeah. So set the example of being
very
consistent.
Game.
Be very consistent. Yeah. That he was. When the moment is there and something has to be done for your team, to turn it,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah.
And he used to do it constantly.
He did.
To most opposition's annoyance. I know mine. I could sense the moment now who's going to get that ball out of the middle, and that swine would do it.
Yeah.
You know, he was so courageous as well.
Yeah,
and
well
he would
done.
put his head in the hole, he'd take marks, he'd kick goals. The guy was the ultimate captain of the modern era.
No, well said. Your favourite captain, any player from any team, what's your nominations? 8223 300. Before we go to the break, 36ers. Well, they lost to New Zealand yesterday in the Ignite Cup. Could have gone either way. It was a massive score. Have a listen.
111-107. One last chance for Cotton. Unbelievable contest on the Gold Coast. To the victor. Go the spoils. And the New Zealand Breakers have got $300,000 in their back pocket.
Straight in the tin tank, but we finished second. We got a week off, then we're in the final, so I'd rather be us. Tonight, the MVP awards for the NBL. Kendrick Davis, guess who he played for last year?
Yeah.
Us. And Bryce Cotton. It's out of the two of them. Bryce has won the last two MVPs. If he wins, it'll be 6, just behind Andrew Gaze. He is a superstar, isn't he?
Now, he was rested in that last game against Perth.
He did.
Let's hope he doesn't lose by, one game to votes.
Nah, he'll be right. He'll win it.
It's overall season votes, I think.
Yeah,
So.
leg in the air.
It's not game by game.
It's not game by game.
No.
No.
That's very different.
It's just based on your season.
There's no 3-2-1 voting in
Well, where's the
round by round.
the structure around it? Well, he had a good year.
There's
That's how they do it.
There's a panel.
Yeah.
They vote.
Who was the best? They just go him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rubbish.
Well,
No,
that's what
it's
they do
not.
in the NBA. They
That's
do it in Austin,
great.
yeah.
Again,
I
that's
like it.
rubbish.
Ballon d'Or, that's how they do
Ballon
that.
d'Or is
Again, that's rubbish.
Who was the best player? You just put the name down. T. Jennifer.
Panel.
Mate, let's just have a raffle, eh?
No, but
Most renowned voters.
these are
Where is the
eminent.
criteria
These
on that?
are eminent people.
This is like all Australian teams.
Anybody with a
It's a
logistic
selection.
mindset would be going, that's rubbish. That's something the AFL introduce.
Wow.
Wow.
Absolute rubbish.
Well, let's see if they adopt it. I don't reckon they get many wrong.
I cannot believe you don't have some sort of, even if there was experts voting on every game, you've got to have a voting system.
The biggest football trophy is the Ballon d'Or. They have over 100 people that just go, don't they? I think it's every nation, and they just put down a player on a bit of paper and post it in, or even email it. The old school, they would fax
so
it.
that's the Logie system, you know. That's the Logie system.
they get
Daniel Garb on. He's
Come on,
a
mate.
selector.
Well, you know what? He might as well vote for the Logies as well.
Yeah, who's
Timmy
with
G.
Timmy? Best captain
What
and
a
the Logies.
sham.
Hang on, Adelaide United won 4-0 over Perth. Timmy was there. They sit fourth on the ladder, equal on goal difference. An important win.
We put a very good performance tonight, not just the result, but the way we play. All the stuff we've been talking about came together tonight, playing with belief, players having freedom to express themselves and to do the things they know they can do. So very pleasing with the way we started the game, the way we managed the game, and the way we finished the game. So it was a very good performance tonight.
Probably the best name in coaching in the A-League, Anton Andrioli.
Or Ayrton.
Ayrton.
Oh, that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
No.
Ayrton and Anton. Was it Anton Centre or Anton?
Ayrton.
Same thing. Same.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but
get
not
it right.
Anton.
Listen, we want the best captain.
Yeah,
Nominations. Let's get to it.
Let's do your calls next. 8223 000. We've also got a double pass to give away for our best caller tonight. SA Caravan Camping and Outdoor Show. And I tell you what, Timmy, there also is no 3-2-1 voting for our best caller tonight either.
No.
So get grumpy about that as well.
We just go, we pick a name.
I'm happy to start it.
All right, 22 minutes after 4. Timmy G's grumpy. Rowey's on top of the world. Let's get your calls next.
Rowey and Timmy G.
The 5AA Sports Show. 4 days left for a life-changing moment.
Are you for real? I can't believe it.
$1 million.
That doesn't happen to somebody like us.
Get your Hospital Research Foundation home lottery tickets by midnight Friday for your chance to win $1 million and automatically stay in for the Scott Salisbury Grand Prize. Buy now. The early bird deadline is midnight Friday. homelottery.com.au. Licence M14894.
Signs you may have Big D envy. You've been invited to a mate's house to watch the footy, but you decline. Another mate's having a birthday bash. You make up an excuse not to attend. And finally, you feel like your partner is comparing what you have to what your mates have. Avoid Big D envy. Get in touch with Big Difference Home Improvements. From outdoor blinds to stunning verandas, pergolas, timber decking and carports, Big Difference Home Improvements will change your life. BigDifference.com.au.
Harris Scarf Friends exclusive 20 to 50% off store-wide sale is on now. Save big on full-price bedding, kitchen, electrical and more. Don't miss out. Sale ends soon. Excludes clearance and gift cards. See conditions online. Harris Scarf. Great brands, great prices.
Now, there's something about a good local that, you know, that feeling when you walk in, you settle yourself down, you know you're in the right spot, you might be in your favourite chair. And that's what the Piermont Group is all about. 8 neighbourhood favourites, the Albion, the Australasian, the Belair, the Flagstaff, the Mansfield Park, the Stirling, the Marrittville and Seaton. All great hotels, each with their own character, all built around warm hospitality, good food, and that familiar sense of being looked after. And that's what they do for you.
God, they're good pubs.
And this,
great
I know you're going to talk about it, but the First Draft app is amazing.
There you go. A simple way to make every visit feel, well, even better. Download the Piermont's First Draft. It's a local app. And you'll unlock world genuine perks, rewards, little surprises. And yes, your First Draft is on them. $10 bonus just for signing up.
I've already used it.
Do it.
It's
Bang.
great value.
Now, if you love your local, explore all 8 pubs. Download the First Draft app at piermont.com.au.
Tommy, what gets you up in the morning for a hit of golf?
Timmy, there's nothing better than stepping out on the first hole and feeling the anticipation of a great day. What about you?
It's the crack of the driver, sends the ball straight down the middle of the fairway. What gets you up for a game, Rowey?
Timmy, for me, it's the kerplonk of the ball finding the cup.
You know what gets me up for a game of golf, fellas?
We know, Pimbo. It's about 8 missed calls and a drive-by.
Drummond Golf. For the love of golf.
Experience the GAN in 2027 on a brand new northbound adventure with Journey Beyond and Phil Hoffman Travel. Enjoy 4 days of all-inclusive style and off-train experiences through the heart of Australia, including the iconic Flinders Ranges, Red Centre and Tropical North. From $3,390 per person Gold Twin. Save up to $500 per person. Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 26 minutes after 4. We're taking your calls. Who's your favourite captain? We can cross out past footy. You can do cricket. You could do hockey.
Anything
you could
you
do basketball. Whoever you wanted. Your favourite captain of all time. 8223 0000 for that double pass. The Caravan Camping and Outdoors Show, which begins this week. But first, here's traffic.
Afternoon at Leewood Gardens, a breakdown on the freeway near the tunnels causing few delays. Also big delays at South Plimsoll at the moment, Marine Road near South Terrace and Athol Park, a collision Hansard Road near Athol Street. Slow going Marion Road, Marion with a camera Heaslip right angle Vale. On Survivor Redemption, everyone's playing a dirty game with a TV moment you won't want to miss. Survivor's Dirtiest Move. It all starts 7:30 tonight on 10. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Captain of the Love Boat.
Captain Stubby.
Hello, Phil. Best
How you
captain.
going, boys?
G'day,
Good
Phil.
to hear your voices for the first time this year.
Good on you.
Seeing a Glen Elks put out to be Chris McDermott.
Oh, Brian, I mentioned him. Yeah.
Yeah, Sydney had a classic. What was his name? Paul Kelly.
Oh, Paul Kelly. How tough was he?
Yeah.
And Michael Voss wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, there's
spot
a
on.
couple. Well done, Phil. And what's the common thread with all of them? Hard at it.
Courageous
Just
players.
Yeah. Gary?
How you going, guys? I was going to say Chris McDermott too, but you can't go past the best man, good old Super.
Big Super Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also got West Adelaide's Peter Muret as well. He was good too.
My word. Well done. Getting a lot of nominations for Brett Kirk from Sydney. He was a good skipper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he came after Kelly, I reckon, didn't he? Yeah. It was in that when they had about 3 captains.
Yeah. Ange, I bet you I could guess yours, but you go first.
Okay, Rowey, who am I? Right?
Yes.
Premiership player, 94, 95, 96. Captain, 94 to 97. Best and fairest, 94, 97. Who am I?
He wins.
Juniper!
He wins. Give him the prize, mate. Give him the Ballon d'Or.
Ange.
No.
No one
Listen,
likes
guys,
brown noses.
Oh,
No one
that's
likes
classic.
brown noses, mate.
But hang on. For 3 of the 4 years, right? He was a premiership player as well. Tell me who can beat that. Come on.
Oh, I don't know. There'd be people.
Okay.
Ange?
No, best and fairest, 94. I don't want the prize, guys. Give it to someone else. I won't go. But also, you look at it seriously, 94, 97, best and fairest, right? Now, come on, guys. Like, there's no... I mean, I love Chris McDermott. I love Super. But you tell me, whoever was a captain for that many years and win 3 premiership while he's captain, and best and fairest. Come on.
No, that's a good nomination.
Probably Foss Williams.
So you won a BNF in your last year? Wow. So your foot must have been stuffed and not to play on.
Yeah. Oh, popular demand as well. Please retire.
It might have been from Marnie, your best mate.
Yeah.
I was at the Woodville Bowl yesterday for an 80th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And the Buveniks, just fantastic people. And Marnes plays out at the Woodville Bowl.
Does.
And everyone come up to me, oh, he's a champ here. He's rivaling the singles championship. Lawn bowls,
He's gone,
really?
And he was Div 7 last year.
No, he's gone exactly straight through the
It's
roof.
unreal. He's passionate about it, let me tell you.
Yeah, let me tell you.
I
His
think
name
Foss
come
Williams
up.
might top that. He was captain coach in 5 in a row.
Okay, we'll keep your calls coming after 4:30. We want to know who's your favourite captain of all time. 8223 0000 is our number. After the headlines, we're going to be talking the 7 AFL rule changes this year with Dean Margetts.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon. Mel Usher with the 4:30 headlines. A home and mine shafts at Andamuka are being searched in connection to missing mum Tricia Graf. An arrest has been made following a drug trafficking investigation in the western suburbs. The government claims its trade negotiations with Europe have been given a boost after the US imposed a blanket 15% tariff on most goods. And in sport, Bryce Cotton is in the running to be crowned the NBL's MVP tonight. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Leewood Gardens, a breakdown on the freeway near the tunnels causing few delays. Also big delays at South Plimpton at the moment, Manoreen Road near South Terrace, and Athol Parker collision, Hansard Road near Athol Street. Slow going, Marion Road, Marion, with the camera Heaslip right angle Vale. On Survivor Redemption, everyone's playing a dirty game with a TV moment you won't want to miss. Survivor's Dirtiest Move. It all starts 7:30 tonight on 10. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 28. Right now it is 28 degrees. We'll have more news at 5 on 5AA, always Adelaide.
There are growing calls for tougher laws around electric-powered bikes.
David Pentworthy and Will Goodings.
This follows a really, really scary incident involving a poor little 6-year-old kid by the name of Ned.
5AA Breakfast.
He collided with 2 young girls who were riding a massive e-bike, apparently flying, and he got a nasty head injury.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
Are there adequate safeguards, and does this need to be addressed?
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
The King Living Anniversary Sale ends soon. Save up to 50% on Australian-designed, award-winning furniture. Come home to the future of furniture. Come home to King. Sale ends soon. Shop online or visit a King Living showroom today.
Follow your wanderer to South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Show. Check out the latest caravans, campers, motorhomes, four-wheel drives and more. Get inspiration and expert advice for your next road trip. And let the kids go wild with free entry and a fun lineup of family-friendly activities. Gear up for the industry's official outdoor show. By Wanderers, for Wanderers. South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Show. 25th February to 1st March at the Adelaide Showground. Get your tickets now at caravanandcampingsa.com.au.
Here's a fact. Tiles and grout went out with button-up boots.
Yeah, good
you know
call.
when they went out.
Like that.
They're mould magnets. You scrub them, seal them, wash them. Mate, it always comes back. If you've got mould in your bathroom or kitchen, you've got mould.
It's just a never-ending bathroom battle that shouldn't be. But it won't be if you go with Mr. Wet Wall instead of tiles.
In Japan, everyone has Mr. Wetwall. This is the most amazing product. It's 100% waterproof, a stunning smooth surface, no grout, no mould, nothing to grow in. Plus, it can install in half the time of traditional tiles. Some of the slabs are
Which
2
makes
metres by
makes the
500.
renovation quicker.
Oh, God, they look good. And everyone's going for massive tiles now, aren't they? That's the look, not the little 1980s ones.
You got it. No, that's out.
Hey, I tell you, Mr. Wetwall, it goes over existing tiles. They're simply the best.
Oh, brilliant. Mr. Wetwall is really easy to keep clean as well. And we all know that cleaning bathrooms is an absolute pain and you know what. So it sounds fantastic to me.
Well, you don't want the mould to come off the tiles and get in your crevices.
No, thank you.
Here there is no mould.
Well, and there's enough to clean in there, thank you.
Mr. Wetwall, well, it's a smart move. And with over 30 designs and styles to choose from, you'll love them. Your bathroom will look $1 million.
Do yourself a favour, go down and check out the showroom. It is Unit 466, Humphreys Terrace, Kilkenny. Check them out, MrWetwall.com.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman's got 3 great Lenovo options that make laptop shopping pretty easy. If you just need something for the basics, emails, streaming, the kids' homework, the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 is just $358. Save $140. Want something with a bit more grunt? The 15-inch Slim 3 with Ryzen 5 gives you loads more speed and storage so you can juggle work, study, Netflix and spreadsheets without that laggy frustration. Only $798. Save $400. And if you're ready for serious multitasking, creative work and the latest AI features built in, the Lenovo Copilot Plus model is perfect with 32 gig of RAM and a fast 1 terabyte SSD. Just $1,498. 3 levels of Lenovo quality available now at Harvey Norman.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands. Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
At 25 to 5, it's AFL Captain's Day, so Connor Rosie to join us at 5 o'clock and Callum Mills at 5:30 from the Swans. And your calls as well. We're talking, who's your favourite captain? 8223 0000. Couple of text messages as well coming through. Rory Sloane, for me, courageous and tough. Never forget that clash with Dangerfield. Thank you for your text. Yeah. And then Bob and Tony have said Ian Chappell in cricket took no rubbish, led by example. Some good texts there.
But Ian Chappell, wow.
Let's get to our next guest. All thanks to Parafield Airport Liquor, home of the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Life's better with your pals.
Well, we're after favourite captains. What about favourite umpires? The 7 AFL rule changes are coming in for 26. Our favourite is a 300-game veteran of umpiring. He's retired now, friend of show. He's a pal. Dean Margetts. Dean, thanks for your time.
G'day, Rowey and Timmy. Now, I have to say off the back, guys, as the captain of the umpiring team for 5AA, last week I got bumped from the show because you guys wanted to marinate in the glory of winning the MotoGP from Victoria.
Sorry, Dean.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, and rightfully
sorry. I tell you what, be careful over there in WA. We're cutting everyone's lunch. We'll have the AFL. Yeah. We'll have that State of Origin next year. Hey, let's go.
I walked into that one, mate. I walked into that one. But it wasn't a good way to introduce footy for the season 2026. We got to see the rules.
It was excellent.
In full glory, and I think when we cover them off today, we're going to pretty much find that a lot of the rules are just cosmetic, and I think we're going to see a pretty great brand of footy in 2026.
Yeah, no, well said, and I agree. Not wholeheartedly, I agree. The centre baller contest for me is going to. Well, will it be easy or hard to umpire? And I know they've got to adjust to that because if you jump, you don't jump. You jump early, you take his run and all that. Is that one going to be a difficult one? And a free kick in the middle of the ground where you can just get it straight in deep the forward 50. It's a massive penalty, Dean.
Yeah, it's a good call, Rowie. What I would say to that is in the match simulation that I've seen so far, what I've noticed is, because I've got to remember now, is with no bounce, each centre ball up is the same height, the same ball spin, so the really good tap ruckman can get it down to their midfielders and they're off and gone. I think scoring's going to spike this year on what I've seen thus far. Whereas when we used to bounce at guys, my height was different to Brett Rosie's height and Brett was different to Matt Stevek's height, etc. Our ball spins are a little bit different. So there was a bit of guesswork to it. Now, 6 to 7 metres, perfect spin in the air. I think the big jumping ruckmen are going to get first look, and who knows, there could be some high scoring.
Yeah, and the other thing is the ones that can't jump or aren't 200 centimetres might be brown bread. No ruck nomination. I like that one as well. That'll speed the game up, Dean.
Yeah, correct. So what we saw last year, was one where the ruckmen were coming off the interchange bench and the umpire waited almost 30 seconds for the ruckman to get there. The AFL don't want that. They want speed on the ball. So what we could see, an umpire saying, nominations, please,
Timmy will say me, Rowey will say me, and up you go. We could have midfielders going up for ruck knocks. Is that what we want? I don't know. But what we don't want to see is when there's no nominations at all, guys, what will become a bit of a farce is the ball goes up, it hits the ground, and then it's a free-for-all for anyone. So I don't know if we want to see that, but I think players will adapt pretty quickly, and if it means Pendlebury's going up against Cripps, well, that's what's going to happen.
Dean, one thing that frustrates me, and it's not a new rule or anything, but I just don't know why they're doing it. A player gets hurt, right, and he might be rolling on the ground, winded, or, unfortunately might have got hit in the midriff, you name it.
Yep.
But umpires are waiting there, and then all the trainers come round, and then they're waiting, and then the player gets up, and then they walk them off to the boundary.
Yeah.
And from my interpretation, I thought the only reason you should stop play is if there was a stretcher on the ground or it was a blood rule.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? Because the biggest mandate for umpires is player welfare and player safety. So if we get the game going and the ball lands on his head, we're going to be victimised for why'd you get the game going. If we wait for what you're saying, to which we saw last year a fair bit,
yes,
it becomes a bit of a farce and it gets exploited. So I think the AFL, the governing body, needs to be a bit more stronger with the clubs. I think the umpires have to probably err on the side of player welfare and safety of the game. But I totally get where you're coming from. I hope there's a better balance, and then Swanee can send a letter to the club that, hey, look, next time you do that, we're going to send you a fine. I think it'll find it's balanced pretty okay this year.
Okay. Greg Swan has been a bit of a breath of fresh air. We've been sitting for 2 seasons sort of waiting for things that were frustrating us all, that we thought could, be easily ticked. We know, talking to Jimmy Bartell during the year, he said they've got the power. They can just change it tomorrow. And he couldn't understand, what are they doing, going to a committee or, nothing was happening. So he's just come in and said, no, I don't like the nomination thing. That's out. We're going to throw it up, And I think it's been more into the sense of common sense. So some of the stuff's come in, it's been very good.
Which is not always common, is it, Timmy?
No.
We don't always see that. But I think Swanee, what he brought to the table was, like you say, common sense. He listened to the masses. He listened to the pub talk a bit. Listen to the media shows and thought, you know what, that just makes sense. So when it transitions in quickly like that, no one's arguing. It's like with the last disposal rule. We almost saw that happening last year just organically without any real change. So when it happens this year, it's no real change because we've already seen it for the back part of last season. So I think you're right. He's a footy head with footy common sense, and that's all we want as football supporters, I'm sure.
Yeah, last disposal speaks for itself. A line kick in times. I like that one, 8 seconds. What about this one? Shrugging in a tackle. I reckon that's open to interpretation too, Dean.
That's the biggest one I think is going to be causing some issues, Rowey. You're right. Because what that means now is instead of the, remember the old evade or the fend off or the highlight, that was your prior opportunity. What they're saying now is if Timmy tackles you around the bicep, Rowey, and you flick your arm up and you get taken high, that's now your prior opportunity. So you're going to see a hold in the ball tackle. But what people are going to get frustrated with is they're going to say, but hey, he's just had his head knocked off. How can it be holding the ball? So that's where it's going to be a bit tricky because, like I say, when you get tackled on the bicep, the arm goes up, you're going to naturally take some high contact. But if the other arm comes around and the tackle becomes legal, it's going to be holding the ball now. So that could be the one which causes more discussion early on in the season until people start to really understand it,
Well, I think all we have to do there, and you'd remember this one, Dean, remember back to that prelim final at Adelaide Oval where Shuey did the shrug in the last minute. That'll be now holding the ball. And I think everyone would be happy with that.
I agree with you. And then that's happened. How many years ago was that now, right? So it's taken a fair bit of time to get to this.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So it's happened. The umpire technically got that right back then, even though we all kind of knew, well, what could the tackler do? So at least now we've got to a common sense point. If you're putting the perfect legal tackle on and I lift my arm to make it not legal, well, I think they're going to err with, you know what, that tackle should be rewarded, and this season it will be, which is a good thing.
Done. I don't understand the stand rule. What's happened there? Explain that one.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? It should be called, do we understand this rule? I think what we're saying now, guys, if I'm in a marking contest and I'm on the mark, a lot of guys will just clear out to the outside the 5, which you heard all the time last season. What the umpire's going to say now is a real quick stance. That person can't retreat. The only difference is now if you're not in the area, you don't have to go to the mark. You can still be outside 5. I still think we could tighten it up and make a person stand on the mark. That's what the whole game was, I guess, created for. In the old days, you used to grab your hat, chuck it on the ground, and you'd stand on the mark. I think we should get back to that. But what you're going to see is the umpire will probably call stand quicker. The person will stay there, and the AFL want that person with the ball to get that handball over the top so the ball can go quickly versus them retreating and then plugging that space. So you might see a spike in 50s early doors, particularly when fatigue kicks in. But I think, as I've always saying, guys, and you know this more than me, players adapt pretty quickly to the rules, and the umpires will too, so it should be fine by round 2.
Well, actually, in the trial we just had between Port and the Crows, Port the previously week in their internal gave some, I think, about 10 50s away. So that wasn't great. I think they narrowed it down a couple this week. So you're right.
Which is good, yeah.
They will adjust, which is great. The play and the flow, and especially in that State of Origin game you mentioned, Dean, I thought we really, you got the top end, of course, playing, but we saw the changes make the game flow. I thought it had a lot better about it.
Yeah, and that's what you see. You get the best players. And we didn't even notice the umpires in that game, did we, guys? Didn't even notice them, other than they had their socks pulled down, which you might not have noticed, but that's when you look. So what we're going to when you see the best players and the best umpires, you get a great product. And that's why we always see in the grand final, people say, why don't they umpire the grand final like that? Because it's a bit easier with the best players. They tend to know what they're doing, whereas the lower grade teams, under fatigue, make mistakes and becomes a bit harder to umpire. But you're absolutely right. I think you're going to see speed on the ball. The last disposal rule, Rowey, you brought up before, I think we saw 3 or 4 of those in the state game.
Yeah.
You barely noticed it. You're not going to see 20. You're going to see boundary throw-ins. I think what we're going to see is a really exciting year of footy when there's a bit more high scoring, a bit more goals, and that's all we ask for, isn't it, as footy commentators and spectators. And umpires love to umpire those games as well.
You umpired a lot of football, Dean. I'm going to ask you the question. You umpired a lot of captains. Who was a good captain that you liked umpiring? Like, one that had good respect for both ways and all the...
Yeah. I mean, I always, again, it probably goes back to the top teams because they always not try and find an advantage, but when they come up and use your name and respectful, you tend to sort of engage in conversations. So your Scott Pendlebury's, Joel Selwood's. Robbie Sloan was always good too, very engaging. When I started, Michael Voss, that sort of era, those guys who can... just a bit more mature, know how to play the game, because they'll know that if they get to a young umpire and start having a conversation, start to use their names, then all of a sudden the umpires feel pretty special too. They're, oh my God, Scott Pendlebury knows who I am. And I'm not saying that results in favouritism. I'm not saying that at all. But what it creates is really strong umpire-player relationships, and that all goes well for conversations during game, post-game, and certainly pre-game when players are asking for clarity on decisions, which I think is a good thing.
No, I agree 100%. Dean, as always, love chatting to you about it, about the rules. You make it so simple for little dopies like me to understand, and I thank you. Good on you, Dino.
Anytime. I'm sure we won't have a love in round 3, Rob. We've got to get to our hard.
Let's get this out the way in the pre-season.
That's exactly right. See, that Dean knows me well.
Anytime. Love being part of
Good on you. Dean Margetts, former AFL umpire. He was a ripper for Powers.
He is a pal, no doubt about that. And, if you want to get that special drop, trust Powers to have it. Parafield Airport Liquor, it's the home of all the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Yep. Life's better with your pals.
Now, are you happy with this one? 822 300 00. And keep the calls coming in. The best captains, any sport, any level, one you admired from another club. The AFL today have contacted all AFL bosses. So that's B's the CEO. Once you get hold of the CEO, you filter it down to your footy department, obviously your coach, and let you get some feedback. The ARC. So the ARC is the replay. What's it stand for, ARC? The ARC.
The review centre.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. So that now is going to have another little arm to it. That arm is the ARC concussion spotters will most likely be given powers to remove players from games. So right now, all the ARC doctors can do is notify the club doctor, hey, have a look at this. He's got a knock to the head.
Right.
Not anymore. The ARC doctors can act independently of club medicos. So without consultation, they can say, hey, he had a knock in his head, come off.
So
Straight over the top.
They can intervene.
They can intervene.
Now, I believe the NRL have been doing this for 3 years.
They have too. Yes,
now,
they have.
Yeah, so,
now, do we like that?
What I do like is it...
Well, it takes the fines and the ambiguity out of it and the pressure off
of the docs. Because I felt a bit for a lot of the doctors in those situations of the pressure that they're under and probably, coaching panels screaming at them, get such and such back on the ground, all that sort of thing. So I think it takes that pressure off of them.
But what I reckon will happen is because we now know, if I was a doctor and I now know I've got an ARC and I've got an independent doctor that can make that call, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'll just wait till I get the phone call.
Oh, they'll still do all the protocols.
Text. Have a look at Sam. Yeah. He got knocked in the head. A look at Tim. He got knocked in the head.
And the thing is, they may miss one. Yeah, the doc is at ground level too, which is awkward to see those sorts of things. So if
they have the replays on the telly, you see and watch it
afterwards. But if somebody doesn't pick that up, and it can be a an innocuous knock that, you know, we don't make a big hoo-ha about, that's maybe where they step in and say, oh, look, you probably missed this one, but have a look at him.
Yeah. Big word that. I can't even say it. Say it again.
Innocuous?
Yeah, good word.
Thank
822 300 Who's an innocuous captain? Your favourite captain?
Hot off the press.
All right, before we take more of your calls, Adelaide Crows fans, listen in. Some good news for you. Max Michelani has committed to a 4-year contract extension until the end of 2030. So
that's great, bro.
As expected, he'll be staying a Crow for a very long time.
Well, he wouldn't go anywhere. There's no need for him to go anywhere. That'll take him to free agency, which all the football bosses, player managers do now. I just want to see his star continually rise. He can end up a bloody good midfielder.
Yeah.
He's got all the weapons.
He deserves it. And it's exciting for him, and he's definitely got a great future in front of him.
Great lad.
My only thing, and this is not Max, but the competition as such, what does a contract mean anymore? I don't know that it's worth the paper it's written on anymore. Is that fair?
Well, unless you're a Petrarca type.
Well, Dan Houston left after a year of a 4-year deal.
No, I'm with your club let him go.
I'm with you, Tim.
Yeah, it's not.
You could have said no. Your club could have said no.
Yeah, they should have said no.
Well, you were vehemently in protest of it. Another big word. God, Monday's a good day. You were vehemently.
Oh, it's going to drop tomorrow.
It's the worst day tomorrow, apparently. All right, time to get to a break. Your calls next. Who's your favourite captain? 8223 0000.
At Leeward Gardens, a breakdown on the freeway near the tunnels to look out for. Athol Park, a smash. Hanson Road near Athol Street. And South Plimpton, a smash on Marion Road near South Terrace. Around the east end of the city, road closures in place around Rundle Street and East Terrace for the Fringe for the next couple of weeks. And look out for camera on the drive home, Saints Road, Salisbury Plain. Get Australia's best-selling vehicle 3 years in a row with 3K of select Ford Ranger models at participating Ford dealers. Based on VFAX data, see Ford.com.au for full terms. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
15 times a day, your Royal Flying Doctor Service comes to the rescue of someone in South Australia. It could be a heart attack, a car accident, or a baby with breathing difficulties. It could be someone you know and love. That's why it's so important to donate on Double Up for Doc Day, March 5, when donations will be matched dollar for dollar to fit out a new aircraft with life-saving medical equipment. Double Up for Doc Day, March 5. To donate, visit flyingdoctor.com.au.
Hi, Mike Keelan here. Now, there's a difference between being served and being helped. Often at a big hardware franchise, you're just being served. But at Mowers Plus Salisbury, they are always there to help. It means you'll get what works for you from a huge range of brush cutters, blowers, ride-on mowers, chainsaws, and so much more. Decades of know-how and a workshop that keeps everything you own running like new, including cylinder mower grinding and all types of blade sharpening. Google Mowers Plus Salisbury.
Now, if you're a food service business owner or chef, you cannot miss the SA Food Service Expo, Tuesday the 3rd of March. That's next Tuesday, 9:30 to 5 p.m. It's at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, proudly presented by the great team at Galipo Foods.
Yeah, aren't they a great team indeed? This is South Australia's largest food service expo. Now, meet directly with 120 manufacturers, sample the latest food, that's always the good bit, products over the 2,000 products with exclusive expo-only special pricing and deals to save you money. Get down there, Stephen.
Now, anyone can do it. You don't have to have already used Galipo. You will in the end, but get down and do it. Plus, you can meet the latest equipment and service providers on hand to benefit your business.
Yeah, look, this is a trade-only event open to any food service business in SA. Registration is essential, so please visit galipofoods.com.au/expo.
So that's the SA Food Service Expo presented by Galipo Foods next Tuesday, the 3rd of March. It's at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Free entry and parking thanks to Galipo Foods, proudly voted #1 food service distributor in the whole of the world.
This Mad March, Adelaide comes together for one massive celebration. Racing, fashion, music and performers collide at Mad March's main event, the Sportsbet Adelaide Cup. From champagne pours and front row views to Club Largo, CC Giddy Up Club and Family's Own Fun. Kids under 17 free. Trackside after racing, Shannon Knoll and the Jungle Giants DJ set. General admission from $35. Sportsbet Adelaide Cup, Monday, March 9 at Morfettville.
KFC is serving 24 nuggets for $10.95, which means I can actually shout my mate's dinner. Yeah, I'm going to keep them all myself. Might give Nikki one. She buys me coffee every day, I guess. KFC, FLG, not everywhere, not forever, pick up only.
Kia's summer offers just got hotter with incredible value on 2025 build models at your Kia dealer now. Whether it's the full electric experience or the hybrid adventure you're after, Kia has you covered with the World Car of the Year EV3 now starting from $46,990 drive away, and the new hybrid Sportage from only $44,490 drive away. Hurry in for these incredible Kia summer offers at your Kia dealer now.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, I think there's always discussions with your management and Port Adelaide. They go on a long time probably before the call comes up, and I feel like both parties are on the same page, and there've been multiple chats already, and I probably haven't quite made up my mind yet. I feel like it's something that'll take a bit more time, but I'm very happy at the club, very happy with Josh, very happy with all my teammates, and I'm pretty settled in Adelaide. I live with Mitch Georgiades, which I really enjoy, and I'm really looking forward to getting into another season with Port, and I want to do something special.
That's the voice of Zach Butters at 6 minutes to 5. It's AFL Captain's Day, so Connor Rosie will join us after 5 o'clock about more. But, Timmy G, the comment before the break about contracts aren't worth much anymore. There's a big one on the table there for Zach Butters. Will he sign it? It's the question of the year.
Yeah, you're right. Look,
what's your gut feel?
This will be one worth keeping.
What's your gut feel?
I reckon it's really open. I reckon we're a good chance of keeping him. Yeah.
I have a smell of the Paddy Dangerfields about this one.
Oh, do you?
Because he's such a great team man and such respected, and he legitimately loves your club, as Paddy did. Paddy went to the Triggy at the start of the year and said, I'm going. And I'll allow you to trade me so you get some money for me. You get the worth for me. I won't be a free agent. You can trade for me. So then you've got the whole year to plan. Now, they kept it under the lid, and then when it happened, the news came out that was the decision. This has a smell of that about it.
Okay.
And if it does...
That's for you. It smells like that.
Well, everything smells to me. I mean, even you over there, Jennifer. Hello, Dave.
How you going there?
G'day,
Dave. Best captain.
Yeah, the best captain. I'm not a Glenelg or a Carlton supporter, but I've got to say Stephen Kernahan.
Have to be up there.
What did you do, 10 years, I reckon?
Still has the record. Or who broke the record the other year?
Did Paddy Cripps break it?
No.
No.
This is the whole of the AFL, the longest captain. Pendlebury?
Pendlebury,
probably be it.
Yeah.
But he had the record for years for most games as captain.
Pendlebury.
Yeah. Hey,
Good
Dave,
call, Dave.
Great nomination.
Oh, Joel Selwood, I think, is the one, actually.
Is it?
Looking at this, most games played as AFL captain, 245 games.
Back to my decision.
Yeah, might have not. Yeah, wow. Unbelievable.
On you, Joel.
What a man. Hello, Yuri.
G'day, boys. How are you? All well?
Excellent.
Look, I had not rang up to talk about the Tottenham Hotspur of today. Let me continue.
Thank you.
There's a guy, Steve Perry, my very favourite player for Tottenham. He played in the 70s and 80s. He won 2 FA Cups, 2 League Cups, 2 European Cup Winners' Cup, 655 games for Tottenham, and he was captain for 11 years.
Wow.
The greatest captain in Tottenham Hotspur's history. Well, how are those stats?
They're excellent
Yuri,
stats.
that's a good one.
But you started the sentence with, I'm not going to talk about Tottenham. How did you end up?
Not the Tottenham today. These guys are not playing for the Guernsey. They're bloody pathetic, and I am pissed.
Okay. Don't dump him. That's all right, Yuri. Yuri, tell us how you really feel.
I love his passion.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello, boys.
Johnny.
Well, I've got 4. I'll name 4 quickly. I'm not a Crows fan, you might well know.
Yep.
Wouldn't give them the time of day. But I do respect and admire Bo McDermott and Mark Dickley. Great captains, selfless people, not the best players in the club's history, but just good, honest, earthy people, good captains, good leaders.
Well said.
Selfless, and also, I was a Collins supporter before Port came in the AFL. Tony Shaw and Mark Williams, Choco Williams.
Yeah, Choco was mine.
Yeah.
No, good on you, Johnny.
You and Rowey agreed on one.
Oh,
wow.
No, listen, we're heading into the 5 o'clock news.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and have a good lie down, an aspirin. What are they saying? A Bex.
Yeah. Have a Bex and a lie down.
And I think John needs to go into his room and give himself a good uppercut.
Well, he's got to have a good look at himself after that comment.
He does.
Jeez, I'm surprised he didn't say Steve Waugh. 5 o'clock news, Connor Rosie next.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Family First plans will take the pressure off families. They'll cut the cost of living, prioritize healthcare, get schools back to basics, and defend Australian values.
Vote 1, Family First, to take the pressure off families.
Authorised by Lyle Shelton Family First Party, Norwood.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hi, it's Eddie May here from NRG Solar. When it comes to power bills, NRG Solar understands that South Australian businesses are feeling the pinch too. The Cheaper Home Battery program isn't just for homeowners. Eligible businesses can access those savings as well. NRG Solar takes a consultative approach with commercial customers, starting with how your business uses power, then designing a solar and battery solution that makes financial sense. Talk to NRG Solar and see what a solar and battery solution can do for your business. Visit nrgsolar.com.au.
Well, it's fair to say we all have clutter in our home and at our work, and there's nothing worse than clutter, but there is a solution.
There is indeed. Thankfully, clutter and mess is no match for Charmin Shelving. They do sort of sound like superheroes, don't they? They are the superheroes when it comes to this. Now, imagine a space where everything has its place and is easy to access. Charmin Shelving just makes life so much easier.
Well, Bill, George, Christine, they'll come to your home, office, workshop or shed. They'll measure up, then they'll design, they'll deliver and assemble the perfect storage solution. Great range of colours to suit any decor.
Spot on. Everyone needs a little Charmin in their life.
Yep.
Now, call in to 412 North East Road, Windsor Gardens. Take a look for yourself. In fact, the showroom office is now next door in the big white building, so make sure you go in via Albert Street.
Exactly right. You can jump online as well, charminshelving.com.au, or take a good little goosey gander on Facebook.
At Coles, stock up and save. Get 30% off Easter favourites like Cadbury Easter eggs, Lindt bunnies and Coles Finest mini eggs. In-store or online at Coles. Offer ends Tuesday. Excludes boxed chocolates, everyday and clearance while stocks last. No range eggs.
Connected to our community for 50 years. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow and 28. With the 5 o'clock news, good evening, I'm Mel Usher. A residential property was searched at Andamuka today in relation to the disappearance of Trisha Graf. Tomorrow, police will search multiple mine shafts at locations in and around the town. A number of the mine shafts are located near the Blue Dam east of Andamuka, where Trisha's abandoned vehicle was located. The 41-year-old was last seen on December 12. A Seaton man is in custody following a drug trafficking investigation in the western suburbs. As part of the investigation, searches were carried out at properties in Seaton, Glenunga and Totnes. That resulted in the seizure of 6 illegal firearms, 2 stolen motor vehicles, approximately 120 grams of meth and 30 litres of 1,4-bute. The 34-year-old Seaton man will front court for a second time in June. Well, the government claims its trade negotiations with Europe have been given a boost after the US imposed a blanket 15% tariff on most goods. More from Michael Packey.
Donald Trump is defying a court ruling declaring tariffs imposed on various goods and services are illegal. The president has instead signed an executive order which will see a temporary 15% global levy for 150 days. Australian exports to the US will feel the sting, but beef sales will be exempt. Trade Minister Don Farrell argues America should just be honouring the free trade deal we signed with the country 20 years ago.
We have to make it very clear to them that we're not happy with this decision.
Our former ambassador to the US, Arthur Sinodinos, says negotiations can be fraught.
Let's just see what mood the president is in.
Senator Farrell believes uncertainty over US trade is helping Australia progress its deal with the European Union.
50 years ago today, rock history was made when AC/DC climbed aboard a flatbed truck outside Melbourne's Town Hall and filmed the music video, It's a Long Way to the Top. Paul Drain was the music video director on Countdown at the time.
Molly typically knew this was going to be a massive hit, and he said to me, Bond wants to include the bagpipes. So I said, OK, bagpipes for me says Moomba. Therefore, what we've got to do is put the band and the pipers on a truck and drive them down Swanson Street. And it was just another rock and roll gig.
No statues for the Aussies at today's BAFTAs. Rose Byrne and Jacob Elordi were left empty-handed. One battle after another was the big winner with 6 awards, including Best Film. Now turning to 5AA sport and contract news out of Westlakes today. Max Michelani has signed a 4-year extension. He was Adelaide's first father-son selection at a national draft when selected in 2022. Well, a Richmond player has been sanctioned after being busted drink driving. More from Alex Riddell.
Richmond's McKelty Lafau will be suspended for 2 games, including next week's practice match and their round 1 clash against Carlton. He'll also be fined $2,500, which will be donated to a charity and take part in education and counselling sessions. The 27-year-old allegedly blew a blood alcohol reading of 0.108 during a roadside breath test in Malvern East over the weekend. Richmond CEO Shane Dunn says Lafau is incredibly remorseful.
He's ashamed, been exemplary in his time here at the club, and it's his first mistake, but that doesn't excuse it.
The club's chief executive has also revealed they found out about the incident through the media.
That's a part of our disappointment with McKelty. He would have preferred that he rang us first. He was more ashamed of his actions.
And it's the NBL's Night of Nights. 36er Bryce Cotton is favourite to be named MVP. It will be the Andrew Gaze Trophy number 6 for Cotton. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Croydon, a collision on the north-south motorway to the Port Road exit. Leeward Gardens, a breakdown on the freeway to the tunnels, but not causing too many dramas, which is good. And South Plimpton cleaning up a crash at Mayorine Road near South Terrace. Quite busy at the moment. Main North Road at Enfield with a camera at South Terrace at Wingfield. Mazda's 2025 plate clearance is on now. Don't miss incredible drive-away deals across select 2025 models. Priced to clear and ready to move. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 28. Wednesday, mostly sunny, 28. Thursday, sunny and 32. Right now, it's 29 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Raglas. Tonight, Isaac Rankin's revelation. The Crow opens up on that homophobic remark and how he almost quit the game. See a man unleash a stabbing attack in Adelaide South. SA's outback awash with flash flooding. A major rail line cut off. A stunning ceremony brings the Milano Cortina Winter Olympics to an end. And the Super Boost coming your way. 9 News. Your news. 9th at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
Hey, it's Hayley from Adelaide. Discover the magic of Canada and Alaska with APT and Phil Hoffman Travel in 2027 at exclusive season launch events across Adelaide from the 3rd to the 19th of March. Be inspired by the beauty of the soaring Rocky Mountains to Alaska's breathtaking Glacier Bay. Enjoy wine and canapes as you explore trending itineraries for 2027 and savings of up to $2,600 per couple plus exclusive one-day only offers. Register for free at pht.com.au.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech Guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman's got 3 great Lenovo options that make laptop shopping pretty easy. If you just need something for the basics, emails, streaming, the kids' homework, the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 is just $358. Save $140. Want something with a bit more grunt? The 15-inch Slim 3 with Ryzen 5 gives you loads more speed and storage so you can juggle work, study, Netflix and spreadsheets without that laggy frustration. Only $798. Save $400. And if you're ready for serious multitasking, creative work and the latest AI features built in, the Lenovo Copilot Plus model is perfect with 32 gig of RAM and a fast 1 terabyte SSD. Just $1,498. 3 levels of Lenovo quality available now at Harvey Norman.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
The news and issues that matter to South Australia. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA. Adelaide's only local sports show, the 5AA Sports Show.
Still to come on AFL Captain's Day, Port Adelaide's Connor Rosie and Sydney's Callum Mills joins the show, as does our homegrown Aussie cricket star Darcy Brown midway through the multi-format series against India, and more of your calls on your favourite captain of all time.
Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
At 7 after 5 on this Monday, enjoying your calls. If you'd like a double pass, the SA Caravan and Camping Outdoors Show starting on the 25th of Feb, just in a couple of days' time at the showgrounds. Get involved in the program. 8223 0000. Paul texts in saying, best captain, Roy Keane, hands down. Good one, Paul. We appreciate that text, as does another one. I think Clive Lloyd, captain of the best cricket team ever. And Stephen Gerrard, says Adrian, great captain, big-time player, captain fantastic. More of your calls soon, 8223 0000 if you want to get in the running.
Well, Connor Rosie, the captain of Port Adelaide, went over to Melbourne for the big Captain's Day they have over there, and we've got him on the line now. Connor, welcome.
Hey, boys. Thanks for having me back on again.
How'd it all go, mate? I know you get, surveys to fill out and questionnaires and the like. Anything catch your eye that you had to answer?
No, nothing too crazy. The social media team like to get a little bit experimental. We had to play a game where our partners had sent in like a fun fact about us, and we didn't know what it was. So that was
oh dear,
that was pretty interesting. But
that's not good. How did you go?
Other than that,
what was yours?
How did you go?
Yeah, my weird fact was like I'm quite passionate about like painting and drawing.
Yeah.
In my off time, I just like to sit down and have a little paint or draw. So
that's
that
nice.
was my.
I thought they were going to ask like.
hello.
Now, your lovely wife Maisie. Do you know this about her? And what's your answer? I thought they were going to try and catch out.
No.
How would you go?
To be honest, under pressure, I might have folded.
A bit dangerous.
Hang on a sec. Landscapes, portraits. What's your talent?
My thing's like having something in front of me and copying it. So I'm not so much making things up off the top of my head, but I like to copy things. Yeah,
I was like that at school. Just copy off other people.
Well, that is an obscure talent. Now, here's the other question: are you any good at it? Is it oil-based or watercolours?
Oh, hello. He's into his painting now.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything, to be honest. I like to even just like if I have to like make someone a card or something, like I prefer to like draw like a picture on the front just to
get out,
put a bit more effort into it.
Well, hang on, let's delve even deeper. Cartoonist?
Nah, not a cartoonist. That's not my thing.
Naturalist.
More landscapes.
Who's that rooster that paints with a trowel?
Not Arndo.
Yeah, that's him.
Arndo.
Have you seen him?
He's brilliant. Yeah.
No, I haven't. No.
Mate, Google
it's a good series. He does a lot of
unbelievable.
Does a lot of famous people in Australia, and
there
I have to do some research.
Yeah, do that because he actually interviews them at the same time.
Man, hey, man of many talents. Now you can't use one of those boards that makes a noise like Rolf Harris, can you? No. Hang on, we won't go there.
No, don't. Hey, Connor, let's get on to the trial game you played. Give us a summary in your eyes, and then maybe what the coach's thoughts were.
Yeah, they were doing their review today, so I missed that. But my personal views, we obviously started a little bit slow. They were very efficient going forward. Our contest work, probably around the ball, was just lacking a little bit in the first half. But I thought our second half was really strong, to be honest, and we started to play a lot more of the footy that we've sort of been training for the last couple of months. So. We know Adelaide are a quality outfit. They finished top of the ladder last year, so it's going to be a fair challenge, even though it's a trial game. But I think there's a fair bit to take from it, and it was just nice to sort of try some things against some different opposition.
Yeah, get to do that again against West Coast. Yeah, I thought the first term sort of held up all right. It was probably our second, and we were with the win, was probably our worst of the day.
Yeah, definitely. It's their forward line's a massive strength for them. They've got some key targets that we probably didn't deal with that well in that second term. But like I said before, we fought back pretty well and didn't end up getting on top of them overall at the end of the game. But I think we won the second half. So there's some small things to take out of it, and I think Kari was pleased overall.
We called the game, Connor. You look like you're defending the ground differently. There's tweaks there. Not that you're taking the speed out of the game, but you could go flat out as a Formula One down the corridor last year. Not that was good, bad or indifferent, but you seem to be taking your time with ball in hand from D50, finding the 45, taking your time, hitting it, shifting angles, shifting lanes, and then that kick inside 50, trying to be not cute, but trying to really hit your target. Have we hit the mark there, or you describe to me what you've been working on?
Yeah, you're pretty close, to be honest. I think, the way we've played in the past has been really fun and exciting, and has worked, and it's got us pretty deep into finals. But it's quite risky, and sometimes when you play that sort of way and you make a couple of mistakes, the ball comes back over your head just as quickly, and it makes it really tough to defend the ground, which is probably why we saw some games really blow out last year, and games that we probably like to keep it close until the last quarter and fight it out. We couldn't really stem momentum as fast just because we were trying to play that through the corridor and weren't able to set up behind the ball as well. So, you're right. We're trying to move the ball by foot a bit more and change angles and, I guess just in all phases, just be a little bit more balanced with the ball and also defending as well. So it's something you see sort of Brisbane and Geelong do. They move the ball and keep the ball for long periods of time, make you defend for long periods of time. So, if we can implement a little bit of that, but still not take away that flair from some of our players, I think that will probably hold us in good stead long term.
Well, it is very Brisbane-like. That's what we called it, Campo and I, in the commentary box. And the Crows have copied it with Murray Davis. So, it served them well. So why not? And I think you got the team and the kickers to be able to do that. Scoring's going to be my thing with you, Connor. You've got Todd Marshall back. I know Mitch didn't play. God, he is so important. He straightens you up. You've got young lads like Lord you're looking at and Whitlock and a couple of small forwards that they don't have the names like Rioli, but can you be confident that you're going to be able to kick a score week in, week out and the mix of that?
Yeah, definitely. 100% confident. Like you said, they're probably not the names that you might see that are getting headlines every week, but the people that we will have playing are consistent, they're reliable, they do what we ask of them, and that's all I can ask for as a captain. So, I'd rather play with someone that I can fully trust to do what we need them to do week in and week out over a long period of time than, come in and out of games with highlights and that sort of thing. So, to be honest, I'm quite bullish on where our group's at. We've got a lot of people coming back from injury that were missing end of last year, and I think we can really challenge some teams this year.
You looked and appeared like you had a half and half back and a half on the ball. That was a nice mixture for you.
Yeah, just mixing things up a bit. Obviously, Butsy didn't play, so in that second half, we just probably needed a little bit more leg speed in there. And I think that's going to be the role going forward. Is when Kari needs me in there, I'm happy to go in there and have an impact. And when we need some ball movement and some run off half back and leadership down there, I'll go back there and help out. So my role now is to help the team as best as I can. I'm not too fussed where that ends up. So that's where it's at.
Some of the guys that caught my eye, young Jack Whitlock, he's just a natural forward.
He
knows how to lead up at the ball. I think he'll be great with the way you're trying to go inside 52.
Especially with Mitch next to him.
Yeah, I think he'll be really good for you because he stands out, obviously, and he's not too bad a kick either. So he stood out for me. It was great. I liked Logan Evans on a wing. He's so good overhead. He can defend well as a wingman, and then up the ground, he'd be a good one to go to in a one-on-one. Yeah,
you're exactly right, and this is what I was saying before. They're probably not the names that you sort of see when teams are talked about around the league, but they're the sort of people that you can rely on to get those things done. Even Josh Lukosius, he was a bit sore the other night, but we know what sort of player he can be in the past, and he's had a fairly big pre-season to get himself ready. But I think we've got a lot of people that are. Just starting to hit their straps.
Another couple and they're new to our team, but not new to AFL, but Jacob Ware, impressed. His leg is very, very good. And I did like Will Brodie, just his ability to get first touch and then feed it off. He seems to like that. Yeah,
he's got a bit of Ollie Wines about him. He wins that inside ball and distributes it out to the runners. And like you said, Ware's been outstanding. He's been one of our most consistent. It's exactly the type of person I was talking about before. He's just extremely consistent. He runs those patterns on the wing all day. Yeah. He wins our GPS data pretty much every training session. So
unreal.
He's gonna be really important.
Jason Horne-Francis, his foot precautionary, and I hope so, Connor.
Scans come up good, apparently.
Oh, good. If you can get him forward, there's your X factor.
Yeah, exactly right. We were missing him for a large part of the end of last season, and people forget that a little bit who we were missing. So if we can get him, up and raring to go, we all know what sort of player he can be. But it was precautionary. I think they scanned it just to make sure that nothing had gone wrong, and that came up all clear. So, the plan will be for him to build up his match fitness and hopefully be there for round one.
When do you get on the kite and get over to the west and take on the West Coast?
We're heading over Saturday afternoon, I think. So just the day before, yep.
Yeah, right. Quick trip, no doubt. Another couple I looked at, I thought as a team, we didn't give away as many 50s. It was a bit of an issue in our internal, so that's a bit of a positive. Getting used to the umpiring. Yeah,
definitely. It's a small thing, but a big thing over the course of a season, and something Kari's been pretty strong on is we don't give away silly 50s. You know, there's going to be moments where you accidentally stand a mark when you're not supposed to, or that sort of thing, and you make a mistake, and that's fair enough. But we're not abusing the umpires or throwing the ball away or that sort of stuff that really punishes you and can build momentum for the other team.
Yeah, the stuff you can avoid, which is good.
Yeah, the ruck rule is going to be interesting, Connor. I don't know whether you talked about that as the captains, but I think unless you're 220 centimetres or unless you can jump like Superman, you might be obsolete.
Yeah, Gorney and Big Nag weren't too happy with it, but it's going to be really interesting because you'll probably see some ruckmen that might have been struggling for a spot jump onto the scene with some athletic ability. It'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. I think it's going to have a pretty big impact on the season as a whole.
I agree. I thought Dante eventually he started to counteract McAndrew in the second half. I think he struggled. The big fella got above him, but I think he's counteracted it a lot better in the second half.
Only because you need him fair in the nuts.
Well, that can help. I said you find ways, Stephen. But I thought he did all right in the second half.
Yeah, no, he's a fighter, Dante, so he'll always find a way, and he's got a bit of aggression about him. But, Big McAndrew, he's a massive boy, so, you're not going to get many taller than him around the league.
Yeah, spot on. Hey, Connor, all the best, mate. Over in Perth, have another hit out and hopefully really fine-tune things ready for round one.
No worries, boys. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
It is the captain of Port Adelaide, Connor Rosie, and part-time artist.
Hot off the press.
Well, Port Adelaide have decided to drop some news just at the end of our chat there with Connor Rosie in regards to their SSP, that is their Supplemental Selection Period picks, and they have welcomed in two new recruits. Ballon O'Brien and Mitch Zaddo are now Port Adelaide listed players after training with them across the pre-season and rewarding themselves with a contract, which is exciting for the two youngsters.
Exciting for them. Well done. Norwood lose another one this time of year like they did last year with McAndrew.
This is a bit different. They didn't recruit young Bailey. He's a product coming through. So.
Oh, I thought they got him over.
Dave, where from? Tassie?
No, Tassie. Yeah, there you go.
He played last year. He's only young.
Fantastic for the two kids. Yeah. That's great. I mean, everyone's dream is to work hard and get on the AFL list. They've had a big pre-season. They've been put up on there. So the Eagles lad's going to go back to the Eagles.
Well, Ted Closey, they've still got time, but they've got a third position, so a final, one last list spot that they can fill with the SSP. If, I suppose, Closey still trains with them, he could still well take that spot up.
And they're looking for that little ruckman from
Alex Van Wyck was another that was training on at some point.
For North Adelaide. Yeah, he's a big lad, huge lad. So that, I think because Ivan Soldo went down, that they might perhaps have a look at him.
Long-term injury list. Okay, right. Well done.
Having said that, they have, Port Adelaide indicated that they will probably keep that extra spot open for the mid-year draft. Yeah. So they've done that well in the past. They might do that again this year. 21 minutes after 5. We'll get more of your calls on your favourite captain next. Here's traffic.
Afternoon at Croydon, a collision on the north-south motorway near the Port Road exit. Leawood Gardens, a breakdown to look out for. She's on the freeway near the tunnels. And Belair smash just happened at the moment, Main North Road near Minalta Drive. Really busy for the drive home. Camera at Churchill Road, Kilburn. Time for a family getaway. Flight Centre has a 7-night 5-star Fiji deal from just $3,189 per family. Kids stay, play and eat free. Call Flight Centre. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G. FIVEAA is a proud partner of Gluttony in Rymel Park, your home of the biggest shows this fringe, like Long Way to the Top. Join Dave Gleeson, backed by a full band and special guests, for a full-throttle celebration of Australian rock, bringing the anthems that shaped generations to the live stage. Book your tickets now at gluttony.net.au. Gluttony, proudly supported by FIVEAA. Always Adelaide.
If you're after legendary reliability and safety, get a Toyota forklift. Yep, Toyota is still the world's #1 forklift brand, famous across just about every industry for their reliability and safety. That's the Toyota Forklift Advantage. And with great electric options and branches all over the country, find the right Toyota forklift for you at toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Don't just get a forklift, get a Toyota forklift.
Gentlemen, is your need to peel a time getting in the way of your social life? Caruso's Peeless to the rescue. Caruso's Peeless contains Schisandra chinensis, a fruit extract traditionally used in Chinese medicine to relieve urinary frequency, plus zinc to support prostate health. So, if your need to peel a time is getting in the way of your social life, try Caruso's Peeless today. Caruso's Peeless comes with a money-back guarantee and is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
This is very important, Stephen. A pearl mouthguard is guaranteed to keep your grandkids' teeth in their mouth, not on the oval, the court or the pitch. We don't want any of that after a collision of some sort.
They work. Oh, I tell you, they work. And I'm a clown that didn't wear one. And see those four? I wore one.
Yeah. It
cost me an arm and a bloody leg. So if you're stuck for a gift idea that will make a difference to their lives, organise for your grandkids to get a pearl mouthguard, which are only available from your dentist. So they're dentist fit to ensure correct fit and comfort.
Spot on. The difference between a pearl mouthguard and a mouthguard that you might buy at a chemist could literally be thousands of dollars, because that's the difference in dental bills, because that's what it could cost to get their teeth replaced, not to mention the pain.
Well, if you watch the gold medal playoff between the US and Canada in the National Hockey League, as far as the hockey goes, there was a fellow there, the star, that got the goal, that got one straight in his gob and lost half his teeth. We'll put it up on our Facebook stream.
Pearl
it's a nasty one.
Right.
If he had a pearl mouthguard, I'd tell you, knocked it clean motherless in half. Now, apart from superior protection, fit and comfort, and it does help with concussions, every pearl mouthguard comes with a $2,000 dental guarantee.
Don't risk it. Play it safe. Ask a dentist about Pearl Mouthguard. Search Pearl Dental SA for more.
You can rent a little, you can rent a lot.
Business too small to be noticed by those global car rental companies? Well, you can rely on Red Spot to look after you. We love renting to small businesses because we used to be one. We're the only Aussie family-owned car rental company in airport terminals and cities across Australia. And right now, Red Spot is giving you spot-on savings of 15% off every vehicle at every location. Book direct and save at redspot.com.au/radio. T's and C's apply.
Red Spot.
KFC is serving 24 nuggets for $10.95, which means I can actually shout my mate's dinner. Yeah, I'm going to keep them all myself. Might give Nikki one. She buys me coffee every day, I guess. KFC, FLG, not everywhere, not forever, pick up only.
I'm Ryan Harrison. Unley is not a political stepping stone. It's our home. After listening to locals and sitting in traffic on Unley Road, staring at cranes like everyone else does, I know this community wants stronger schools, greener streets, and planning that actually works for the people that live here. I have a clear, practical vision for Unley's future. On the 21st of March 2026, vote Ryan Harrison for Unley.
Authorised by Ryan Harrison, Independent for Unley.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands. Rowey and Timmy G, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
At 26 after 5, Callum Mills from the Swans to join us at 5:30, but we're taking your calls. 8223 0000. Who's your favourite captain? Double pass the SA Caravan Camping Outdoor Show to give away.
All the 18 captains of the 18 clubs were all at Marvel Stadium. They do a questionnaire. They get to have a love-in and have a photo. So on the back of that, your favourite captain. So it might not be your captain of your club.
Yeah.
Mine was Stephen Michaels, Gary McIntosh and Bone. I mean, God, how blessed was I to have those three. And yours was Joel Selwood.
Yeah, I liked him.
But mine growing up and he's only a bit older than me. I love Mark Williams. I love how he led that Collingwood footy team.
Yeah, it's a good call. A nice text coming in too. I don't mind this one. What about Captain Blood? He used to write footy articles in The Truth. Remember Captain Blood, of course?
Blood.
Yeah.
Jack Dyer.
Timmy would only get to the picture on page 3, he reckons. That's a bit harsh, Jeff. I used to get to his articles as well. Eventually.
Wasn't the page 3?
Yes, it was the page 3.
Right. Hello,
correct.
Phil.
G'day, Phil.
G'day, guys. The guy I'm talking about was captain of Sturt for 3 years, and he won 3 premierships. He was a state captain in 1923, won a Magarey medal in 1920, 2 BNFs at Sturt. But footy wasn't his first sport. He was a 5-time Test cricket captain, and he was the vice captain for Bodyline. I'm talking about
Victor Richardson. Yeah, I knew where you were going there.
Get, Phil.
Yeah.
He also
Great
represented Australia in baseball and was a SA tennis champion.
Wow.
He could invent a sport and he would win it.
That's all true. That is incredible, that record. And I'd forgotten about it. Phil, thank you very much for bringing it up.
I bet you if you're at the pub and you played 8 ball, he'd beat you. Then he said, come on, let's have darts.
He would beat you, didn't he?
Now, tomorrow we're going to go and have a game of golf. He'd beat you.
Lawn bowls. Name your game.
And you'd catch puffers and he'd just get the King George. Yeah. Those sort of people shit me.
Yeah.
Hello, Mike.
Got Gates named after him.
He does.
Fellas, any discussion about good and great captains would have to include Ron Barassi.
Yes.
Good call.
Both as a player and as a captain coach. He won a string of flags. He was inspirational. He was forceful. And from what I'm told over here these days, he was in the mould of Knuckles Curley.
Yeah, well, Knuckles Curley.
Nothing standing his way.
No.
Bearing in mind, I say that tongue in cheek, because I'm, as you know, I've mentioned to you lads before, I'm Collingwood through and through.
Yeah.
And the time and again, he'd geez fellas up to knock us off.
Yep, he did. Captain beat Collingwood then. Mike, you're right. Neil Curley, I tell you what, you can't mention captains or leaders without his name in this great state. Great call, Mike. Thank you. Let's go to North Haven. Dave.
Timmy and Rowey.
Dave. Hey, footy must be back.
Is there any chance I get a couple of minutes to say what I want to say?
Yeah, fair call. Well,
Sam, how much time we got?
We got about a minute and a half,
listen,
so go.
You got 90 seconds,
You
Dave.
ever put butter in an oven and turn it on 250 degrees?
Melts.
Yeah, well, tell you what, his name is Lukosius. Now, I went to the internal trial. He ducked his head every time I went to him, yeah? And the only thing he did, he tried to take a shot at goals from 70 metres out. He was undisciplined anyway. Mead, when you see him jog, he jogs like he's got a spring in his legs, but when he sprints, the spring stays in the ground, you know? Marshall, I don't think he's a backman. He's, like you said in the call the other day, Rowey, he's got no presence whatsoever. He'd be a better forward. But I don't know about Kari. If he can't see Lukosius and some of these people ducking their heads, and Lord, he's just no good as well, yeah? I got no idea, you know. Brody was the best player, I thought, with Burgoyne, and the rest were normal, like, the other centreman, the red-haired guy for us.
Willem Drew. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, and the best captains, I think, back in the day were Roy Keane from Manchester United and Selwood for Geelong. And what about Cantona? Did he ever captain United?
No.
He was good at karate kicks.
He was very good at that, but...
Dave, they get Dave back. Dave, it's a trial game, Dave. Come on.
Doesn't matter, but can you listen to me?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Does Kari ever see what I see and say, what did you drop your head there for and drop your head there? Did he say anything?
I guarantee
He's supposed to be a hard player.
Dave, I would just about put Jimmy or Phil on it that he would.
Yeah. Different coach, different time. Let's see how they respond on the back of what is just a trial game.
You know footy's coming.
Clubbing.
Yeah,
Dave,
footy's
God
coming.
bless
Love
him.
it. It's good to have the passion back. 5:30 headlines.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good evening. Mel Usher with the 5:30 headlines. Search teams have returned to Andamuka more than 2 months after Trisha Graff disappeared. A 34-year-old man is in custody after being arrested and charged in connection to alleged drug trafficking. A developer has signed an agreement with the Trump Organisation to build a 91-storey hotel and residential tower on the Gold Coast. And in sport, Crow Max Michaelani has signed a 4-year contract extension. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Croydon, a collision on the north-south motorway near the Port Road exit. Very heavy delays through there. Wayville smash on Goodwood Road, opposite the showgrounds, also seeing delays. And super sluggish with a smash at Belair Main Road near Manouta Drive, just near the railway line. Busy too, Taplings Hill Road, Glenorg North with the Camera Green Junction Road, Regency Park. On Survivor Redemption, everyone's playing a dirty game. With the TV moment you won't want to miss, Survivor's Dirtiest Move. It all starts 7:30 tonight on 10. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 28. Right now it's 28 degrees. We'll have more news at 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
In the lead up to the 2026 South Australian state election, 5AA will keep you informed.
It's just another example of our state leading the world.
Join David and Will for 5AA breakfast from 6 a.m. for the latest announcements and opinion.
Pick a poll, any poll.
Then stay across the developing stories across the day with Graham Goodings from 9.
Housing is still a major issue.
And Stacey Lee from 1 p.m.
How can anyone believe your election commitments?
You won't miss a thing.
We're just focused on affordability.
The 2026 state election on 5AA.
Always informative. Always Adelaide.
Rundle Street East is where Adelaide comes to feel inspired. This vibrant city boulevard balances historic charm and modern sophistication. Discover leading Australian fashion labels like Victoria & Woods, Assembly Label, Morrison, Caliber and Saba, alongside sought-after lifestyle brands like Honey and Gorman. From long lunches to late nights, cafes, restaurants and wine bars spill onto the street, shaping a place to linger, return to and rediscover. This is Rundle Street East.
A smashed or damaged windscreen can happen in a heartbeat, but it does get worse if you don't go to your local Complete Windscreens to get it fixed. You could be waiting weeks. And look, that's not on. Complete Windscreens has windscreens and glass for all makes and models in stock right now with 15 technicians standing by to get you back on the road. You don't need to wait. Tell your insurance company you want Complete Windscreens on the job. CompleteWindscreens.com.au. Look for the big red koala.
It's wedding season and Sunnybray Estates Open Day is here. Wander the grounds at twilight with a complimentary glass of bubbles and gelati from 48 flavours. Explore Adelaide's finest event, florists, photographers, entertainers, cake suppliers, live musicians and more. Discuss your dream wedding vision with the amazing Sunnybray Estate team, taste their delicious canapes and discover Icos, their premium new wedding space. The Sunnybray Estate Twilight Open Day is this Thursday. Register for your free event now at sunnybray.com.au.
Listen to that.
Wow.
No traffic, no rush, just space. Out here, there's room to breathe. And the moments you didn't expect become the ones you remember. The Northern Territory. Road trip differently.
Follow your wanderer to South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Show. Check out the latest caravans, campers, motorhomes, four-wheel drives and more. Get inspiration and expert advice for your next road trip. And let the kids go wild with free entry and a fun lineup of family-friendly activities. Gear up for the industry's official outdoor show. By Wanderers, for Wanderers. South Australia's Caravan, Camping and Outdoor Show. 25th February to 1st March at the Adelaide Showground. Get your tickets now at caravanandcampingsa.com.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Probably the spread across the field in regards to the even contribution. So one of the things that we've been working hard on is our ability to be able to score on the back of turnover or play the game in our front half, and we felt that we were able to do that at different stages. Port did really well to get through us, so that we'll sort of have a look at the why. Overall, happy with our ability to be able to score.
Murray Davis talking about the trial game on Friday for the Adelaide Crows. It's 24 minutes to 6. You can have your say. What were your takeaways from what you saw on Friday between Crows and Port Adelaide, or any of your favourite teams across the weekend of practice matches? 8223 0000. But it is Captain's Day. We've been asking who's your favourite captain, and we have one on the line.
Well, they call it the Captain's Call at Marvel Stadium, where all 18 clubs' leaders get together. I think they fill out a questionnaire, have a photo and rub shoulders with each other. We're joining us. We love this bloke from afar. Swans skipper Callum Mills. Callum, congratulations again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well done. You must say you've had a couple of bloody tough years getting on the park. So for the club and players to show faith in you again, that would give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, it does. And it's a real honour that they've backed me in again. As you were saying, it's been a tough last couple of years, but hopefully I can put that behind me and play some good footy for the club this year.
Been a bit like that with the Swans last year. I mean, I know you finished 10th with 12 wins, but God, you had a lot of players out at the wrong time, didn't you? And didn't get any sort of continuity together.
Yeah, especially early on, it was quite tough. But then there are also, passages where we let ourselves down. So this year we're going to, really try to get on top of that and play the footy that we really want to play.
Yeah, well done. Transitioning from John Longmire, I mean, he had an ingrained style about how he did it and how he delivered, to Dean Cox. How did you see that in the first year?
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, we know Coxie really well, being an assistant coach for so many years. So I think this year we sort of tinkered with how we want to play a little bit, which is really exciting, and the boys have really taken to it over pre-season. And now we're just, starting to implement it in practice games coming up to round 0. Or opening round, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Very confusing.
That's Thursday week. It'll be here before
Correct.
You know it.
Not wrong. Yeah. Hey, Callum, I'm a Port man, and I'm very interested in the transitioning from a long-time senior coach into a new guy. Is there any tips you'd like to pass on for myself and Josh Carr?
No, I'll keep them tied to my chest, boys. Sorry about that.
Give that a miss. Look, it is Captain's Day, and as Rowey said, you make some calls and fill out the survey. What big call did you make?
What big call did I make? Oh, geez, there were no real big calls to make, but I was a big fan of Origin,
right.
And getting more teams in there eventually. So other than you, I'm sure USA boys agree. So
yeah, absolutely. We'd love to see it come back.
It'd be nice to have 4 teams playing, I reckon.
Yeah, and that would be, I mean, you're a Sydney boy, so would you like to be underneath the banner of the Allies, or would you like to just be New South Wales?
Yeah, well, ideal perfect world, we'd love to play for New South Wales, but I'll take Allies any day of the week. And I think it's hard for people that haven't been in those states to understand why, but I think it's just mainly to stick it up footy states, essentially. Everyone banding together to peg one back. So, I think there's a lot of pride in playing for the Allies, and I'm pitching to try to get a team. We'll see how it goes.
And it's certainly, with the way you guys are going and GWS with the academies and the like, there's a lot more quality footballers coming out of both, sort of Queensland, New South Wales now. So that might not be, too long in the future that you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a pretty cool thing to happen.
How ironic's that? You live up there, the NRL, it's state versus state, mate versus mate. It is a brutal rivalry, Queensland and New South Wales, yet in the AFL you're going to play for the same team. They must roll over thinking, what are you trying to do, Callum?
Yeah. I think being a New South Wales boy, seeing that rivalry of what league does, I think, the AFL definitely has an opportunity to be able to create that in the fixture and make it a blockbuster part of the season. So I think they'll work it out with how it happens.
And back to you guys, like Rowey said, you finished 10th. What was the summary on the season past, and what was sort of brought out of the post-mortem, if you like?
I think the summary was that, injuries obviously hurt ourselves, but we also weren't consistent enough with the way we wanted to play. Like, it sounds boring, but that's, the majority of the AFL are playing a similar way, but you just got to have to execute it for longer. And we've made a few tweaks to our game plan to make it easier and suit our team a little bit more. But ultimately, it'll be about banding together and making sure that we're consistent with what, our identity as a playing group. So that's probably the main one.
I think the way you guys deliver the ball, the SCG, you got a home ground. You've always loved the big name forwards. You've got one in there, Charlie Curnow. Firstly, how has he settled in? And him and McDonald, God, they're going to be a formidable duo up forward.
Yeah, he settled in really well. And we're really looking forward to playing with Charlie. And, the good thing about having a few big boys is Charlie doesn't have to be, he doesn't have to kick 1,000 goals. If he can just fit into the system and bring what he brings, then, that's going to be more than enough. So, we're really keen to play with him.
Bugger that, Callum. I've got $100 on him to kick 100.
You want him to kick 1,000, do you?
I reckon on that deck, with your delivery, the elite legs, I reckon he could kick 100.
Yeah, maybe. But with a small deck, that means there's more people in there.
True.
So it might sound easy in theory, but it's a bit tough when there's, 7 other backmen in there.
Just tell Logan McDonald to get the hell out of his way. Just be the dummy leader, Callum. Come on. You breaking off halfback and in the midfield, lacing him out.
Logan's had a really good preseason, and he's almost like a player that, we get to add this year, considering he didn't play any games last year. So he's going to be a nice, it's almost like we've got 2 new players.
100.
Like you say, I mean, we're not expecting Charlie to kick 100, but what it does do is give you a guy that is capable of a 50-plus season. And when you only had a couple of blokes kick 25 or better last year, that is a real bonus coming in for a forward structure that then can deliver scores that you need to win games.
Yeah, definitely. And, even if he's not kicking goals, he's drawing attention away, which, releases other players. So
that's spot on.
Which is going to be good.
Good first hit out, the trial?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were happy with it. There's obviously, you almost want to be going into those games with things to take out of, and I think we did that while also having a strong base of a game. So, mindful that it's one practice game, but, you take a bit of confidence out of it.
I think only Warner, Papley, McInerney maybe were missing from that lineup. They're all okay. They'll be all right for opening round?
Yeah. That's the plan at the moment. So hopefully a few of them get minutes this week.
Great.
Well done. And I remiss me at the top to not mention your vice captain, standalones, Isaac Haney, another Swans Academy draftee. God, you've done very well out of that academy. You do it so well up there, Callum.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because when I think we cop a lot of flack from other states, but when I was sort of growing up, I was the only one that played AFL in my school.
Wow.
And now that would be unheard of. So the Academy's done a lot of heavy weight in terms of growing the game, and it's arguably where the most people are in Australia. So if we can get more viewers and get more fans on board, then it's going to be great for our game. So
who was the influence on you? Who was the influence on you to play AFL then? Because you would have been the rarity.
Yeah, so my grandpa played for Perth Demons back in the day, but I was playing rugby, and the reason why I switched to AFL is I just filled in one day for a team, and one of the scouts for the Swans Academy invited me to train, and then ever since then I loved it. So
it's one game. I love it.
It sounds extremely cliche, but it's it's done a lot of heavy lifting.
Awesome.
Well, an All-Australian, a B&F, 174 games. It's not bad, is it? I think there's no negativity in the way it's ran and how it's done and how you get the benefit of it. I think the negativity is why haven't the other states like South Australia and WA got one, Callum? And I think that's a fair call.
Yeah, well, the only problem is that there's grassroots already
established.
Is already developed there. It's established where we literally didn't have much, but I also understand that side of the argument too.
Yeah. No, well done. Hey, Callum, as always, have a great season, mate. You always pick up the phone and have a chat to us. I'm not saying Sydney's our second team. I think Tasmania will be when they come in, and you just drop down to third on the run. But hey, mate, well done. Have a great year.
That means we're second for the next 2 years. Then,
yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Everyone does. How many South Australians have moved to Sydney and they bloody love them?
Too many, mate. You can have them
Too many.
Hey, that'll get back, Callum Mills. Take it while you can.
This interview was going so well.
hey, stay sound, mate. You're so important to them. And, mate, well done again on the captaincy.
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Great stuff. Callum Mills, he's a ripper, isn't he?
Spot on.
I hope there's a big year ahead for him. It's 15 minutes to 6. Here's traffic.
Afternoon, at Croydon, a collision on the north-south motorway near the Port Road exit. Very heavy delays through there. Lots of brake lights with the smash at Wayville, still Goodwood Road opposite the showgrounds, and Marston. Traffic lights playing up South Road at Everard Avenue. They're actually flashing. 5:30 on a Monday night for the lights to pack up. Can you think of a worse time? I don't think so. Balea smashed there too. Main North Road near Minalta Drive, and a camera Addison Road, Pennington. Swap City Heat for Japan's snowy peaks with Flight Centre. Stay in Ski Japan for 7 nights from just $1,849. Call Flight Centre on 133 133. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Unlock a world of unforgettable experiences with Colette, the small group travel experts, and Phil Hoffman Travel. Explore Britain and Ireland, discover Spain and Portugal, immerse yourself in Japan, or fall in love with Italy on a fully guided Colette tour. Book now and save up to $3,000 per couple on worldwide tours in 2026. This special offer must end February 28, so book now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Visit pht.com.au.
If you're looking for custom-made lounge, dining, bedroom and cabinetry all made right here in SA, Nordic Design Furniture is the place. The designs and options are endless and fully customisable. Experience the quality and finish at Adelaide's only manufacturer's showroom. See how real furniture looks and feels. It's made right here by their artisans just for you. No longer Adelaide's best-kept secret. Open 7 days at 43 McGill Road, Stepney. Nordic Design Furniture. Yes, it's a Nordic.
Your Royal Flying Doctor Service cannot do its life-saving work without your help. It relies on your donations to transform a plane into a flying intensive care unit. How lucky are we to have
spot
them?
on, we are. And now your donations can have an even bigger impact. March 5th is officially Double Up for Doc Day. I love that saying. It means every donation made on this day will be matched.
Of course, you can donate any time, but if you donate on March the 5th, your donation will be matched dollar for dollar thanks to some very, very generous partners.
Isn't that awesome? The target to reach on Double Up for Doc Day is $300,000 to fit out a new aircraft with medical equipment, and with your help on March the 5th, it's totally doable.
Saves lives, and it could be yours or a relative's. Do it, please. Make double the difference on Double Up for the Doc Day, March the 5th. For more information, visit flyingdoctor.com.au. That's Flying Doctor, or one word, flyingdoctor.com.au.
That's right, Mannix is the one-stop air conditioning shop. We can design, supply and install the right air conditioning system to meet your needs. Plus, we have Adelaide's biggest range of cash and carry units and spare parts at our warehouse sales outlets at unbeatable prices. Public and the trade are welcome at any of our 5 big locations. After 60 years, people trust Mannix. Get a free quote in-store or online.
So, you might think all scones taste alike. That's because you haven't experienced the world's best tasting scone, like this one. You see, nothing tastes better than the scones we share after volunteering at Meals on Wheels SA. Knowing you help put food on the table for thousands of South Australians makes it the best tasting scone you've ever had. Search volunteer at Meals on Wheels and sign up today. Delicious.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands.
Rowey and Timmy G, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
Extremely disappointed. I've worked hard over the last 4 months, uprooted my life, moved from Melbourne and had a good job and was playing footy here, but the opportunity was there and I'm certainly grateful that Port Adelaide gave me that opportunity.
Jaden Stevenson speaking candidly there on Channel 9 after not being offered an SSP spot at Port Adelaide, but the two youngsters, Ballon O'Brien and Midge Sado, have today been announced that they will get contracts and have been given them just this afternoon. So Port Adelaide making their moves and Josh Carr has been selective.
Congratulations to those lads.
He's had his moments, had his chance. There was a bit of a la-la comment. Was it uprooted my life? Well, of course you did. You're following your dream. Of course you're going to uproot your life.
There was a text earlier to ask if you get paid for just training on. No, you don't. No. So that answers that one. Look, I think we're about to get educated, Stephen. Let's go to another Steve at South Plimpton. G'day, Steve.
Steve.
Afternoon, guys. How you going?
Good.
I just wanted to pull you up on something you said earlier in the show. You said Eric Cantona was never captain of Manchester United.
We didn't think he was, but he
No, he was captain for his last season before he retired.
Is that right?
And they won at least the Premier League that year. I can't remember if they won the FA Cup as well, but he was the first captain of United outside of the United Kingdom. So,
really?
Yes.
Yep, he was definitely captain.
Well done. Thank you, Steve.
Well, that's awesome.
That's good fact-checking.
Well,
Where's he
season.
from? He's Italian, is he?
He's a Frenchman.
Yeah,
oh, is he
French,
French?
Yeah. One season, and we'll check and see if he won the league. If he wins the league in his one season and retires,
he did.
You can't go out any better than that.
Very good player.
That's exactly what he did.
Because I reckon there was a few long-termers at Man United as captain. Brian Robson, who I got to interview recently.
Georgie Best.
Roy Keane.
Long-term
captain. So not bad having one season as captain and well done. Good call, Steve.
And hung him up at 30.
Yeah. Reasonably young.
He could crack a ball, couldn't he, in the back of the net?
Oh, he was a very good player.
Very good player.
G'day, Lauren.
Lauren.
Oh, hello. Hi. Obviously, you know me. I'm a 70-year-old Port Adelaide supporter. Russell Ebert, to me, I'll never forget him, and met him over in Shanghai. And loved him as a kid growing up. So I'm a bit biased there, but then you have to look at people like Gavin Wanganeen. When he first came to our club, he was really a great captain, and the funny next one that you might sort of wonder why, Matty Primus, because I can remember Jack Gordon saying that guy could put you on his back and carry you up a mountain. Warren Treadray, he was our 2004 captain when Paul Matty was injured. Then you have to look at players like Travis Boak. I mean, the gentleman of all gentlemen. And I reckon the last game he played, that guy, oh, my God, how much did Port Adelaide people love him as well. So, there's so many that you can choose from. I mean, I really, really love a lot of players too that, I can see that have played and are really good captains. But, yeah, just they're the good ones. And now, the only thing, if I can quickly please ask, I was really worried about Harrison Ram. How's he going, Timmy? Because, the way he came down, he could have had a neck injury, a permanent paralysis. A friend of mine was watching, and they were watching up close, and they said, oh, my goodness, just the way that poor lad fell. How's he going?
Bit of a pinched nerve, I think. It looked worse than what it ended up being, Lauren.
He's going to be all right, Lauren. Hopefully he's okay to play against West Coast on Sunday.
No, he'll be right. Back him in.
More game time, the better for the young man. And
Thank you, Lauren.
Good trial.
I was going to say to you, pick one, all those Port captains, but might be a bit hard for you, Lauren. Hello, Craig at Bridgewater.
G'day, mate. Good show, boys. Look, I'm going to put Ron Fuller in there.
Ronnie, love Ronnie.
Ron Fuller, he did it through the tough times, and always did it well.
Yeah, good
I'm
leader.
putting him up.
Yeah.
No question about that, Craig.
We had Craig.
Takes all different kinds of.
Where are they now for Walco? And he was awesome, and he was the captain of their only senior premiership, which was the 1988 Escort Cup.
Yeah,
there you go.
Well done. Hello, Kev. We're asking for your favourite captain, your best captain. It doesn't necessarily be from your club because it was Captain Day today for the AFL. Hello, Kev.
All right, boys. Hi, boys. Port's most successful captain, Warren Gary Treadray. What's happened to Treaders? Where is he?
Well, caught up with him the other day, actually.
He's around?
Yeah.
Can we hear him on the radio, boys?
Yeah.
Can you get him on?
Yeah. What do you want to ask him, Kev?
Well, he's been on with us for years, Kev.
Well, mate, he's one of us,
No, that's
he's
fair.
He's a Port man.
Always will be.
Man.
Always
he
will
seems to be got thrown to the dogs or something,
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kev.
Thanks for your concern, Kev. Appreciate it.
How is he going?
Yeah. All right. Good. Yeah, really good. Yeah.
He's a resilient
live
fella.
golf, actually.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. And
Rowey, Georgie Best was one of the greatest players to ever grace the turf. Watch him here in Adelaide at the Olympic Sports Field, but to my knowledge, never captained Man United.
Yeah, I think
another fact
might
check.
be right.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Messi captained Argentina. Yeah, Messi was good.
Did we miss a couple there? Did we get them wrong?
I'm just looking at his. So Georgie Best captain Manchester United, son that won the 1964 FA Youth Cup, but it doesn't look like he did the senior role.
Maria's got one here for Treaders. He's too busy mining for gold. Sovereign gold. That is actually...
Is that Maria?
That's... Maria sends... this. If I said 50 texts a day, I'd be probably underestimated.
Yeah, that's about right.
50 texts a day, and Maria, 1 in 50.
Definition of the squirrel that trips over a nut.
Yeah,
Maria?
can be funny,
I like
Maria.
that. Let's go to Doug at Blakeview. G'day, Doug. You got a great captain?
I'm not a Central supporter, but Paul Thomas, he was an amazing captain, winning all those premierships. And, hey, he used to have to stop the Gowans brothers from fighting each week at training, so he must have been a top bloke as well.
Yeah, his work cut out, Doug, no doubt about that.
How many of those flags was he the captain?
That's a good question, because I know Danny Holm did the first one.
Yep.
Then I reckon Daniel Healy took over for a few. So it's a good question.
2,
Paul
3 or
Thomas,
4.
you look up that stuff quicker than us. Paul Thomas, Central District. What are we talking? They won 9.
Yeah, just while you're doing that.
I'm going to guess at least 5, if not 6.
Can I just do a shout-out to all our Winter Olympians? A huge success, 3 gold, 2 silver, 1 bronze. Our best ever on the medal tally. And the best thing about that, we were above Great Britain.
Wow. That is
amazing.
Good result. Well played, Australia.
And, God, I got a lot of enjoyment out of watching that on 9 every night.
Yeah, well
They
played.
are collectively the most brave, courageous, mad, all rolled into one. Like, have you stood on the top of a mountain and looked down, even if it's only a 60%
Scared of heights. Why would I do that?
Oh, my God, they're brave. And they absolutely whistle along.
Paul Thomas, captain of Central District, 2007 to 2015, 4-time.
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 Okay,
07, 08, 09 and 10. 4 in a row.
Wow.
Not bad for a skipper.
Not bad.
Let's get to our 6 o'clock news. We'll take more of your calls, and young gun Darcy Brown, she's probably not so young anymore. She's been playing for quite some time. Darcy Brown to join us next.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
Insights from SA Best's Connie Benares. What does the balance of power mean?
It's the magic number the government needs to make or break a deal.
Connie, why is it important for your party, SA Best, to have a seat in Parliament?
You insure your home, you insure your car, you insure your health. Your upper house vote ensures your democracy. When things go wrong, independents and minor parties are the ones who fix it. The upper house exists to scrutinise. If one party controls everything, it just doesn't work.
Authorised by C. Benares, 7169 Unley Road, Unley, SA 5061. Published by SA Best.
That feeling of a crowd rising up as one as the footy soars in the air. That feeling of a hushed stadium erupting into a roar. If you feel it, you're in on it. Get your 2026 Toyota AFL Premiership season tickets today.
There's your mark of the year.
Get in on it at tickets.afl.
As a South Aussie-based not-for-profit health insurer, Health Partners isn't just your health partner. We're your tooth-checking partner, hammy-stretching partner, chart-squinting partner. We're your bone-mending, script-filling, arch-lifting, giving, salad-suggesting, generous limit-giving, member-supporting, SA-loving partner. So for great value health cover, there's no better partner in health than Health Partners. Health insurance made human.
Adelaide's news leader for 50 years. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 28. With the 6 o'clock news, good evening, I'm Mel Usher. The search for missing woman Trisha Graf ramped up again today. A residential property was searched at Andamuka in relation to her disappearance in December. Police will return to the area tomorrow to search multiple mine shafts at locations in and around the town. Mid and far north communities are bracing for more rain after around 45 millimetres fell across the region yesterday. A section of the Stewart Highway and rail line to Darwin has been washed away in floodwaters after 6 to 8 hours of rain. Damien Condon lives at Roxby Downs and says forecasts for rain tomorrow show a range of between 35 and 100 millimetres.
Rainfall average in Roxby Downs is roughly about 115 mils a year, and normally that comes in that 4-month period between November and February. So we'll probably get close to our average in the next few days. We had about 16 mils a couple of weeks ago, and that was the first bit of rain we had for about 6 months.
A man's avoided jail despite killing a work colleague in a crash at Hamley Bridge while on a cocktail of prescription drugs. 58-year-old Wayne Klingberg of Freeling veered off the road as many as 26 times before plunging down an embankment and rolling, killing William Tiedemann. Klingberg was found guilty of aggravated driving without due care. He's been sentenced to 8 months jail, suspended upon entering into a 2-year good behaviour bond. His licence disqualified for 18 months. Well, doctors are telling the federal government to butt out of Medicare funding decisions. The Royal Australian College of GPs is calling for an independent body to decide on rebates and prices. President Dr Michael Wright says governments on both sides have set rebates based on short-term political goals.
Setting those fees will be at arm's length through an independent body, and that means patients will have more faith and certainty that their GP services are being funded, and that's going to help practices plan for the future as well.
Well, the federal government is urging the US to honour the free trade agreement signed with Australia in 2005. Donald Trump is imposing tariffs of 15% on most products sold into the American market. The president's move is in defiance of a US court ruling declaring the levies illegal. Trade Minister Don Farrell says the Trump administration must do the right thing by Australia and American consumers.
The Americans sell twice as much product to us as we sell to them. And we're going to continue to prosecute the argument that these tariffs, they're not fair. They're not fair on Australian businesses, and particularly they're not fair to an ally like Australia.
British woman Bonnie Blue, who's made headlines for having sex with hundreds of men in one night, has announced she's pregnant. She collected DNA samples from participants and has promised to inform them of the development. Now turning to 5AA sport and a boost for the Crows as they prepare for season 2026. Max Michelani has signed a lengthy contract extension. He's put pen to paper on another 4 years. The latest AFL Life membership has been awarded to Dockers champion Aaron Sandilands. The ruckman played 271 senior games for Fremantle across an 18-year career. Well, the head of the Australian Grand Prix Corporation admits the impact on Albert Park would have been too significant if it took on MotoGP hosting rights. Travis Auld understands why the Victorian government decided against the move from Phillip Island before we swooped in.
It became clear really quickly that the impacts were quite significant. From a physical point of view, the changes to the park with removal of trees and potentially losing part of a golf course or one of the concepts filled in part of the lake, and they didn't seem palatable, let alone the impact on the community and the local sporting bodies here.
More records for LA Laker LeBron James. He's become the first player in NBA history to reach 43,000 career points. And the Olympic flame in Milano Cortina has been extinguished, bringing this year's Winter Games to a close. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Croydon. She's still a dog's breakfast due to that collision on the north-south motorway at the Port Road exit. Very heavy delays there. Wavella smash, Goodwood Road opposite the showgrounds, and Leeward Gardens still sorting out that breakdown on the freeway near the tunnels. Super busy Tapley's Hill Road, Glenorg North of the Camera, Bridge Road, Salisbury East. SANE has helped people navigate complex mental health for 40 years. If you or someone you care for needs free information, recovery support or community connection, visit sane.org today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA weather.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Down to 18 tonight, partly cloudy tomorrow, 28. Wednesday, much the same. Thursday, sunny, 32. Right now, it's 28 degrees. Now let's hear what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Brenton Radless.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news.
5AA's Tech Talk with your host, Adelaide Tech guy Richard Pascoe. Thanks to Harvey Norman Computers.
Harvey Norman's got 3 great Lenovo options that make laptop shopping pretty easy. If you just need something for the basics, emails, streaming, the kids' homework, the Lenovo IdeaPad Slim 3 is just $358. Save $140. Want something with a bit more grunt? The 15-inch Slim 3 with Ryzen 5 gives you loads more speed and storage so you can juggle work, study, Netflix, Netflix and spreadsheets without that laggy frustration. Only $798. Save $400. And if you're ready for serious multitasking, creative work, and the latest AI features built in, the Lenovo Copilot Plus model is perfect with 32 gig of RAM and a fast 1 terabyte SSD. Just $1,498. 3 levels of Lenovo quality available now at Harvey Norman.
Check out this great offer at a Harvey Norman store near you.
Listen to that.
Wow.
No traffic, no rush, just space. Out here, there's room to breathe. And the moments you didn't expect become the ones you remember. The Northern Territory. Road trip differently.
Heading to the Caravan and Camping Show? Make sure you swing past and say g'day to the TJM crew. They're in the Wavell Pavilion, stand W11, with 20% off everything TJM. Grab a Rhino rack platform and score a free light bar, plus spend $120 or more, and you'll go into the draw to win 2 mountain bikes worth $2,000. Upgrading an American truck or need towing solutions, TJM's got you covered at the Caravan and Camping Show, Feb 25th to March the 1st.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands. Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Welcome back. It is 8 minutes after 6 and we're taking your calls. 8223 0000. Who's your favourite captain? Very shortly, Darcy Brown to join us. The Aussies went down to Adelaide Oval the other night in the Women's T20 series. They're behind 4 points to 2 to India at the moment, but the one-dayers start tomorrow.
This is the first time we've played a series, because this is like the Ashes series.
Multi-format, yeah.
Multi-format against India. Is it the first time we've done that?
On Australian soil, it would be.
Good question.
Yeah.
And then we've got a test match.
That's a question for Darcy. I'll
6 to 9.
Keep in my little purse there. Great captains. Sam from Modbury says John Eales, Wallabies captain in 99, became one of the first players to win multiple World Cups, and he was a mentor to Cooper Woods, who won the gold the recent Winter Olympics.
In the Moguls.
That's actually...
we spoke to him Thursday.
It's an excellent program.
It is.
Through the Australian Sporting Hall of Fame, John Bertram, he makes a mentor.
Yep.
And they get a person to mentor, and he's had Cooper Woods. How good.
And they don't need to be of that sport.
No.
They're just a sport person.
Correct.
And being a great at your sport transcends, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And then, it's just about mindset and the like, and preparation, and what would you say? I always talk about the principles of winning. And you follow those in all disciplines of whatever sport.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he would have been a great one, John Eales.
So what are the principles of winning?
Well, there's lots of them, mate. Yeah. And it's
train well.
Well,
be coachable.
Try
hard.
I talk about a pyramid of success, and the problem with the pyramid of success is some people get it mixed up. So the majority volume of your pyramid should be hard work, discipline, commitment, dedication, discipline. That's the stuff that makes a champion, because talent should only be about the 10% of your pyramid. The problem is people get that mixed up, and they think that 80% is the talent, and then I just do all the other little bits, not so much. For me, no champion has that pyramid wrong.
No. That was one of Craigie's favourite sayings, and he had sayings left, right and centre, but one of his favourites was raw talent's not enough. So to come here in these doors, you've obviously got a level of talent. Now the work begins.
And think of any champion in any sport. Do you reckon they rely just on their talent?
No.
Not one of them.
No.
And you might get away with one thing, but you won't get sustained success.
No.
And that's what makes champions.
Yep.
And I think we've seen so many good examples of that over the years.
And that's what makes good captains, because they just do it. They just dial it in.
They've set that example.
Time and time and time again. Good captains. Great captains, favourite captains. We've had a lot of great nominations. It's on the back of the AFL has this day every year before the season launch. The AFL season launch is Wednesday. I think Fox's was today. Ours is Thursday, where we get our sponsors to come in. All the captains get together at Marvel. They have a photo. They have a questionnaire. We heard Connor Rosie say they've actually wrote to each of their partners and said, tell us something unusual about them. And we've worked out that Connor Rosie's an artist.
There you go.
Of note.
The things you find out. We're about to find out a bit more. She's one of South Australians' darling cricketers, no doubt about that. She's representing the Aussies. We just went down 2-1 in the T20 series against India, but we need to bounce back in the one days. We welcome Darcy Brown. G'day, Darcy.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me.
Firstly, Darcy, I was just wondering, is this format is very similar to what we do against the English with the Ashes series that we have. Is this the first time we've played India in this series and this format?
I think it's been a while since we've last played them in Australia. But yeah, anytime we play against them, it's really a tough competition, especially with the form they've been in at the moment.
Yeah, well, they are the T20 World Cup winners. They beat us 2-1. Did they sort of prove why they're the reigning champs?
Well, actually, New Zealand are the T20 World Cup champs. They recently won the 50-over World Cup, but I mean, they're a quality side, and yeah, we've got a bit of work to do, but hopefully we've got a lot of confidence and a lot of experience in our team. So yeah, going into the 50-over stuff, which they are World Cup winners in, it'll obviously be a big challenge, but we're there on our turf, so hopefully we can stick them in the dirt a bit.
That was our first loss on Australian soil in a T20 series since 2017.
Wow.
I mean, you can't be up forever, let's face it. You've taken all in your stride. What's been the correction? Are other teams just getting better, doing their homework on us, Darcy?
I'm not sure. I think there's been a lot more investment in the last few years in women's cricket all around the world. You've seen it with the WPL and the 100 in England. So, yeah, it's really cool to see the girls all around the world becoming more and more professional. And, yeah, they're getting paid a lot more to train more and play more cricket. So that's obviously going to improve a lot of skill sets, and them coming over to play with us as well. Just making cricket more accessible for them. They're obviously going to improve a lot, but we also have to. We've been playing a lot of cricket, so we're on track to hopefully continue to improve and hopefully keep winning. But yeah, obviously you can't be on the top for forever. That's sort of an impossible expectation. But hopefully it makes for really close cricket games and a great spectacle for those that come watch.
Well, getting there is hard. Staying on top's even harder. And they did. They got 6 for 176. It's the highest total of a T20 game on Adelaide Oval. So, you know, it's not as if we were smoked. They had to do the absolute best to get there. I want you to quickly talk about Elise Perry. What a star. 350 games for Australia in all three formats. That is unbelievable. Yeah, unreal.
We call her the GOAT for a reason, and to be a GOAT and play for that long is pretty unreal. She's the ultimate professional and really sets the standard within our group, on field and off field. Yeah, it's amazing to be a part of that and to be able to. We're really fortunate to have her around to learn off her. So hopefully a few of our girls make it almost to that milestone or even further later on down the track.
How much has she got in her cricket, that is?
I don't think she'll ever stop, to be honest.
Oh, good.
She's still, well, yeah, she's certainly fitter and fitter than me, and seems a lot more. Yeah, she's just always at training. She's working her butt off. So, yeah, she's never settled in her game and is always looking to evolve, which is pretty cool. So, I don't think there's a ceiling for her on how much longer she can play for.
Darcy, what have we got to do differently in these one days coming up?
That's a big question, but I think sticking to our processes with obviously a T20 match is so different to one day format. One person in T20 can take the game away from you. We've got a bit longer to sort of hopefully break down their batters and likewise for our batters to grip in and make a big score. So I think we've got the talent, we've done all the training, so it's just putting it all together and hopefully we can do that these next three games. Well,
it's Allan Border Field in Brisbane. I'm not familiar with it. Does that normally produce like a more of a batsman's pitch? Is it going to give a little bit each way?
I think normally early on it's quite nice to bowl on, and then it sort of flattens out throughout the day. So I'm not sure what the wicket looks like at the moment, but normally it's nice to have a bowl on first up. But hopefully it goes our way.
Win the toss and bowl.
Well, we would have got a bigger crowd if the selectors didn't drop Talia McGrath, and probably Megan Schutt can get in there as well, 2 South Australians. What happened there, Darcy?
I'm not sure. You're going to have to call the other South Australian and Shelley Nitsky. It was weird not having them out there, but it's just such a hard group to see them on the sidelines. They're such quality players, and it's obviously credit to all our depth.
Yeah. Our topic today is favourite captains and great captains. What makes a great captain for you, Darcy?
I think someone that is really welcoming and approachable, someone that allows people to speak freely without feeling judged, and someone that's ready to believe in everyone to get in the contest and have full confidence in their players, I think. And we've been really lucky to have many captains that have done that so far.
Yeah, they're good traits. Well done.
Well played. Darcy, we're very pleased to see you in the Adelaide Oval Avenue of Honour. When did you actually become aware of that? We got it sent through by a lovely lady, Stephanie Dempsey, and said, can you ask Darcy about this?
Well, I found out maybe 3 or 4 days before that game. Got an email asking to approve the photo and the the writing of it, and then it came to a complete shock, to be honest. Pretty surreal, and really honoured to be a part of that. Probably don't think I'd be on it just yet, so hopefully I can put a few more performances together and help out the Aussie girls, and to feel like I probably am supposed to be on there. But it's a real honour and really special for Mum and Dad to be there when we got to see it.
Not bad at 22 years of age.
23 in March. You've done a lot, Darcy.
Wow.
Be proud of that, honestly.
Absolutely. And how's Dad going? I met him at a Beatles concert. Well,
pretty good.
What would you say?
Tribute band.
Tribute band, but not back in 1964. But he's going all right?
Yeah, he's going good. Yeah, I think he just uploaded one of the photos from that avenue on a thing on his Facebook profile. So, I think he's pretty proud.
He's pretty proud. Well, keep doing us proud, Darcy. Let's get on top of him in these one-dayers and then finish it off with a test win. All the best, mate.
No worries. Thanks very much, guys.
Darcy Brown, fast bowler for our Australian women's team, taking on India in 3 one-day internationals. We lost the T20s 2-1, and one was a Duckworth-Lewis.
Yeah.
And the other two were like 19 runs and 17. So we're not far off. Hopefully we can get on top.
Yeah, bit of bad luck in the last game.
What's our prize for best caller?
The SA Caravan Camping Show double.
Well worth it this weekend. Session Tendulkar only won 4 out of his 25 tests as captain, so he doesn't get nominated.
Oh, hang on.
No.
Is that a fact?
Well,
Really?
I don't know. Somebody sent it through.
That's an interesting text. It's true.
Here's John, my best captain, Captain Cook. Well, he's pretty good. Discovered Australia.
Well, there was
a lot of
one
people
worse
didn't
than
like
that. Damien Tomo says, Captain Haddock from Tintin, Captain and Tennille, Captain Birdseye. Oh, shit out of it. Not bad, Damo.
Don't think they win the prize, though. Get a little better than that. This one from Chris is good on the text line from Craigmore. He says, guys, not really a rugby fan, but Wally Lewis.
Yeah.
The king.
Oh, yeah. The king.
31 State of Origin games, captain for 30 of them.
Wow.
It's a good record, isn't it? And Queensland very, very successful.
He was a great...
More of your calls after this, 8223 0000.
The FIVEAA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Insights from SA Best's Connie Benares. What does the balance of power mean?
It's the magic number the government needs to make or break a deal.
Connie, why is it important for your party, SA Best, to have a seat in Parliament?
You insure your home, you insure your car, you insure your health. Your upper house vote ensures your democracy. When things go wrong, independents and minor parties are the ones who fix it. The upper house exists to scrutinise. If one party controls everything, it just doesn't work.
Authorised by C. Benares, 7169 Unley Road, Unley, SA 5061. Published by SA Best.
Mazda's
2025 play clearance is on now. Don't miss incredible drive-away deals across select 2025 models. Take on the toughest terrain in the top-of-the-range Mazda BT50 SP. Now from $68,990 drive away. Or get the job done with the worksite-ready BT50 XT 4x4 dual cab from $55,990 drive away. Hurry into your local dealership before they're gone. Price to clear and ready to move. The Mazda plate clearance is on now. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. See Mazda.com.au for details.
Look, without doubt, the biggest contributor by far to the swear jar at Bi-Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens is the boss himself, Coxie. Now, Coxie will swear that you can rely on the integrity and expertise of his dedicated team for your kitchen and bathroom renovation. He's the captain. He's the captain.
Oh, he is a good captain.
And he's got a good team
leader.
behind.
Yes, he does. And every good captain has a good team. The new contributor in the swear jars, Mark the Tyler, played great footy for Port Adelaide over a number of years. He swears to greet you with a smile, which is important, and he is millimetre perfect with his tiling.
Spot on. Renette, now a designer of 20 years with Bi-Urban, swears to listen to your ideas and help create a functional space for you. And Rick the plumber, he'll swear to always be on time and clean up after himself. That is good for a plumber.
Very important. What a team they are. So for a team that swears to deliver on quality and service every time, every day, at Bi-Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, they are Adelaide's home renovation experts.
Are you aged between 18 to 65 and generally healthy? CMAX is looking for volunteers to join a clinical trial investigating a potential treatment for people living with the effects of a stroke. If eligible, you'll spend 3 nights at CMAX in Adelaide CBD, attend 1 follow-up visit and get paid for your time. Your participation could lead to important breakthroughs in medical research. Want to get involved? Apply at cmax.com.au.
Audio. It's more powerful than you think. What you hear can take you far from here. It can move you to dance, to run, to tears. It's all in your ears. For advertising with real power, start with commercial radio and audio, where brands are heard. CRA.au.
This weekend in the Sunday Mail, find meal prep recipes and tips for budget-friendly oven bakes in Delicious. Plus, in a cost of living special, simple ways to save big on your mortgage. The Sunday Mail. We're for Adelaide. We're for you.
Toolkit Depot's Price Beat Promise means you get low prices on your favourite tool brands.
Rowey and Timmy G, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
23 minutes after 6 on this Monday night. Very soon, Connor Rosie to join us from Port Adelaide. We have a fact check. I think we need a sound effect for this, but there is a fact check.
We do. We've got it.
We did ask the question, was Sachin Tendulkar really, in 25 tests, only a winner 4 times?
Well, he's right. Sachin won only 4 of his 25 tests as captain, but that's not the worst. Consider this, and these are all captains that have captained more than 25 test matches.
Okay.
John Reid, New Zealand, won only 3 of his 34.
Wow.
Kapil Dev, 4 of his 34.
Kapil Dev?
Well, that hurts.
Wow.
I wouldn't have thought that.
No, I wouldn't have thought that either.
Kim Hughes, 4 of his 28.
Oh, that hurts.
David Gower, I thought he captained for years, 5 of his 32.
What
Now, Johnny from Port Augusta, I'll give you a clue. Timmy, you've read it.
I've already got the answer.
So everyone that's sitting at home, the highest winning percentage of all test captains, 25 tests or above, this particular captain won 41 of his 57. It is 71.92%.
That's phenomenal.
Drum roll, switch your ears on, Johnny at Port Augusta, Steve Waugh.
Well done.
That is unreal.
Ricky Ponting wouldn't be far behind.
He would not be far behind. He won the 14 in a row, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And Mark Taylor would have a reasonable record too, I reckon, because it was just after Alan Border had resurrected us and got us into a tough mindset and we were, starting to win again.
He put down the foundation.
He did, big foundation. And then I think Mark Taylor took over from Border.
And he did very well.
I reckon we sort of accelerated from there.
Now, Isaac Rankin has been speaking to the media and he spoke about last year. Have a listen.
I know I made the mistake and I wasn't trying to avoid the mistake, but I'm very grateful for people that were around me, the lessons I learned from that mistake, and the person I've come out on the other side of the whole situation. You have to go real low to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and really self-reflect and make some adjustments. I was in a very, very dark, very, very low place, but then again, that belief in me is just, you're going to bounce back, you're going to be better, you're not a bad person. Being able to just sit in the room on myself and feel happy about who I am, so it's a bit of a challenge, especially when you don't like yourself. It's tough for someone to go, yeah, okay, I need to change.
Wow. So words can hurt. They hurt the person you say it to and the person that actually said it, because that's society now. He felt like that after that.
There was a quote.
That's unbelievable.
I wanted to retire was a quote from this podcast with the Oz American Aces. He did continue.
100%. You got to be proud. You got to go, yep, I've done a great job. Just as much as you go, I've done a shit job. You can't just sit there and go, yeah, I made this mistake, because then that becomes you. As soon as you let that become you, that's when you sort of lose yourself and you become that. I am sorry to anyone that I affected or, caused any havoc to. I never meant to do that. But all I can say is that, I put my hand up and let's move forward together, because we're on the same side. We're on the same team.
It's society, isn't it? Social media just multiplies the hurt. For everyone, for the culprit and the person that said the words. I mean, that is, God almighty.
Yeah.
Are we better for it?
For social media?
Well, are we better for, well, okay, bow and arrow days, that's me. Button up boot days. Sticks and stones will break my nose, names will never hurt me. That's how I was brought up. Tellings were brought up like that. We were all brought up like that.
Yeah.
And now we've come to all the way to where we are now, that a player can make a loose word in the heat of a battle on a game and wants to retire.
Yeah, but
do you know where I'm coming from?
The impact of that is very different to just calling names of a different kind.
I think the point is, in this day and age, an incident like that will garner a lot more
scrutiny.
Well,
and hatred.
What would you say? Once upon a time, you did something wrong in 1988, it will be in the paper. Now, if you just don't buy the paper that day, you're not exposed to it. This thing that we hold in our hand constantly
but that's right.
attracts everything, and they look at it.
We were always told that today's paper's tomorrow's fish and chips wrap.
Yeah, but
you can't do that with social media now.
Correct.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it better? Are we better off? Like, he wanted to retire.
Yeah.
This bloke had death threats. Yeah. He had death threats. Yeah. Death threats.
Yeah, all right. I got the point the first time.
Yeah, I say. well, I'm just trying to make a point. No one seems to be listening. Hey, while we're all happy, because Tuesday will flatten out, not even worth worrying about it.
Come on.
Have any of you or anyone out there watched the movie Song Sung Blue with Hugh Jackman?
No.
Jodie and I watched it the other night. Oh, my God, it's great.
What's
well,
it on?
I'm the biggest,
is it at the cinema or where is it?
It's just finished from the cinema, but now I think it's on Apple. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Apple TV.
I think you got to buy it. It's about $16. Hugh Jackman is a star, but this is a great... Well, I'm probably Australia's biggest Neil Diamond fan.
True, but you would be a good judge as well when somebody else is imitating your hero.
It's great. He's a talent.
I've yet to see a Beatles movie or doco or whatever without them in it when they try to imitate them. Yet to see one that I'm impressed with.
What about that bloke? He donged his head and ended up being able to sing Beatles songs, and he was a Pakistani. What was that movie? That was great.
That was no.
He's Indian.
It was called Yesterday.
Yeah, that was a great movie. What nationality was that bloke?
He might have been Indian background, perhaps.
He
I don't
had
know.
something in him, but that was unbelievable.
I don't think that had anything to do with the movie, though. It was.
How good was that movie?
It wasn't him that donked his head.
What happened to him?
In the movie, they had this electrical storm. Everybody forgot about the Beatles except him.
Oh, that's like donging your head. Everyone else donged their head except him.
Oh, my goodness. You big thespian, you. Let's get to a break. We have Connor Rosie next.
Rowey and Timmy G, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
There are